So this is going to be a review of the 2 games that you guys lost. Recording? Yep. Okay. And mostly looking at kind of positioning, and I'll try to comment on other things along the way, but mostly looking at positioning.
Different.
Right. So I guess real quick, like just kind of looking at the tank lines, like, so they're running Ryan Zarya and you guys are running Ursa Sig. The way that you need to play this tank matchup is that basically this team wants to kite and like spam out Ryan Shield. So you want to like kind of delay and like be be forward in space, but like slowly give it up using your shields to kite, and like spamming out their Ryan Shield so that when they finally get on top of you, they have no resources left and you can just blow them up. Because you'll still have Ursa Shield regens on a 10-second timer, so you'll have Ursa Shield, you'll have maybe some Sigma Shield left, or some you'll be able to shift and use Fortify, and that kind of stuff. While they won't have any shield at all, so you guys will be doing full damage to them while they still have some shield or other resource that they have to burst through. So I did think your rotations in this match were like pretty good, but let's kind of see how it works out.
So we're gonna have to see how this matchup turns out.
So you guys are starting to back up already. This is really good. So like you saw their Ryan Zarya, they're coming through choke. You're kind of cutting back. I think so Nova got punched here. You gotta be a little bit behind your tanks. Like basically this shouldn't really happen. Like like sometimes it just happens, but like there should always be someone between you and the other team, or you should be like on a wall somewhere. So like Lucio should never be the one that gets punched, and like Mora shouldn't either because she can always fade. Sometimes it happens, but if you're kind of playing well and positioning well, this should never happen.
We're gonna see bans.
But you guys are on the way backing out, so like you actually end up, I think you win this fight at least, because you're kiting and they're not able to get anything past, like after they're not able to follow up on anything after Lucio.
Start the whole W, and Cosme's gonna take advantage of killing Nova.
And Helix kills Rhine somehow. I guess he just dropped shield. I don't know, but I mean, again, that is kind of
Nova.
Again, but that is kind of like that's the goal of this comp, right? Kite, break Ryan Shield, and then you'll kill things. They have to get on top of you, and your resources regen faster.
We're gonna have to see how this matchup turns out. We're gonna see bans just start the whole W, and
oh, he turned. Okay, I don't know. Like that, the Ryan fucked up, but that's great. Like you guys are even now, and
Cosme's gonna take advantage of killing Nova, but Helix Snake will punish that.
And they're down main tank, so like main tank is more important than off support. They literally have 0 damage mitigation now. So like every every bullet you guys shoot hits them, their health, and everything they shoot is going to go into Sigma Grasp, is going to go into Orisa Shield, is going to go into Sigma Shield. So they aren't really going to be able to damage you that well.
Hard W press from Dan.
Ideally, you guys should actually kind of push up here. So this shield should be like forward, like an aggressive shield, and force them back even further. And you can probably get a pick or two off of that. But
Clicks me, I think
okay.
it was.
Like I don't
being very low, but he's gonna be healed up. Again, Helix is gonna be low as well, but healed up. They're just not finishing off these kills right now. Zarya will be on this off angle, trying to get some damage.
Okay, so right now it's 5v5. Like I think there was that window where you could have pushed up, but I think right now this is fine. Like you're just kind of waiting for your spawn to get back. Their spawn's gonna get back faster because their spawn's closer. Lucio does have speed and wall rides, but Ryan can also charge. So I think they're still gonna get back faster, but it's not gonna be that big of a gap. And I think you guys should have an ult advantage here. Well, they have Cole coming up. But yeah, I mean, like. I think this is fine. If you had pushed there and like gotten kills, you could have staggered them more and built more ults. But since both teams backed off and it's kind of reset back to neutral, I agree with just staying on point. You don't need to force into them. They have to come to you. So yeah, this is perfectly fine.
Get some ult charge. And look at Magenta's ultimate charge right now, already at 88.
That's huge. She just overextended before their Ryan came back, and now you're up one. You should absolutely push this, I think. So Nova needs to. Well, I'm not sure if you might have used amp on the way in, but if you didn't, you should be like calling out like let's go, and like try to come back a little bit and like speed everyone in. And after this kill, like the tanks need to walk forward. So like Reaper's okay because he has shifts, but like you don't really want your Squishy to be in front.
That's gonna be the lead at Dire Raven, getting a little bit too him.
Okay, so definitely like chase this. I guess maybe someone called out the Doom. I think that's fine if you want to turn and deal with him, but yeah.
Vicious there with the damage. We'll see Cosmic try to get in, try to do some value, get some value, but Vladimir will take him out, and that's when he's into that push.
Okay, but so now they're down 2 because the Zarya's spawned but isn't back yet. You guys can definitely take this 6v4. Just like commit speed and like walk on them. Either like they have to back up all the way to spawn, or you guys will get kills. Like you don't have to like push. Like you can like at least push up to this archway maybe, and like see what you can get. And then if they really back off well, then you can just reset here. But like during this period of time when you're at a numbers advantage, you do still want to push.
So this is kind of what I was talking about. We saw the Ryan go down, and even though for a second there was an even team fight, it got to a point where it wasn't, and they needed to back out.
Okay, so you guys did come up a little bit slow, but yeah, this is the right idea, and I like this. So, but then like once there's nothing here, then you can kind of back up and take point again, or if you want, you can like kind of set up here, like at the start of the match, kind of set your shields here and then kite back as they come up. But you definitely don't want to take the fight here because of what your comp is versus theirs. They want to take like the close range fight. You want to kind of pressure, but kite, and then burn their resources and then kill them.
Didn't. So now they're having to wait for their Zarya to get back to team fight, and they're already at a disadvantage because even with a McCree, destroying that turret is going to be a high priority, and it's going to be a little.
So this turret, like, I don't hate it, but obviously it's like very easy for them to kill, right? Like they just run shield here, and there's nothing to like stop it. If you place it somewhere that it like, remember, so the point of this comp, you want to like kite and then take the fight once you've burned the resources out. The turret is like better. Like once the fight is happening on point, then you want the turret to be shooting. You don't want like this is okay, but like it's gonna die, and then you're not gonna have it when you guys want to take the fight. So like if you can put it like, I don't know, maybe in the mega room or like a little bit further back on this high ground, so that it's not shooting them at choke. It's maybe shooting them once they like come up around this corner or something. I think that would be slightly better. Or if you want to be sneaky, you can put it like in this corner or like far in that corner, like over there, so that once they start crossing, it shoots them. Stuff like that. Like yeah, it's helping you burn the Rhine shield, but it's gonna be down when it's more important. So I mean, it's okay, but it could be better.
A bit more difficult than if they had some other characters.
Dire is right now.
So
a little bit.
This is like, I think like a Reaper or a Tor maybe could stand here, but like yeah, I guess Moira has fade out, but like your damage is like a single target Winston. It's like 60 DPS. Like you're not like, I don't know. You should be more careful for one. Like you don't really want to fade from here to here and then like have them be able to rush on you, because then you're dead. You want to be playing with a team and have fade for emergencies. And like the damage that you're gonna do here isn't gonna do that much unless you're low on heal juice, but I don't think you should be because there hasn't been that much going on in the past couple seconds. Where did Reaper die?
Because even with a McCree, destroying that turret is gonna.
So, Oh, Reaper's right here on the truck right now.
Gonna be a high priority, and
I like that position. You could even maybe like you can jump on the roof of the truck and shoot down.
It's gonna be a little bit more.
Okay. This is okay. Like if you just came up here, I don't think they can shoot you. Or if they do, like if you get to half health, you can always wraith out. Still, if you're up here, you can like shoot behind the Rhine shield rather than shooting shield. I don't mind this actually, because like again, you guys do want to burn the shield. That's like kind of the main thing you want to do while you're here. So, but like you could also hop up here.
Difficult than if they had.
Okay, but like engaging again, it doesn't really fit the idea of this comp. Like you want to be like burning the resources and kiting, and then taking the fight on point. So like walking forward here is probably a mistake, and that's probably what got you killed. So you could actually like stay here and kind of use the truck as cover and like spam the Rhine shield. I think this distance is like close enough that you're not really hitting fall off, and there's Reaper like shotgun spread, but you know, because the shield's so big, all the pellets are still hitting. And if you wanted to do damage, again, I think the better option is to hop on top of the truck. You have a little bit more cover. You can shoot Rhine like through his shield, and he can't really turn to block you, because then like, you know, Torb, Moira, I think Orisa was over there, because Sig was here. Yeah, I think Orisa's over here. They can all shoot him, so he can't really turn to here for you. And then you can also always wraith out once if they like start focusing you. So basically, the idea of like doing damage to Rhine is good, but the execution of walking toward him rather than taking the off angle in a safe location is kind of the mistake here.
Other characters.
So you do get the wraith off, it looks like, or maybe you get bursted right before the wraith.
There it is right now.
Oh, you got the wraith, but you're low. Oh, maybe you must have canceled it then, because you should be able to. I feel like you should be able to get over here. But like the other slight thing is like the Moira, right? Like from here, it's really hard for you to heal. And if you were here, then he could wraith when he was wraithing into you. You can heal him up. Looks like you maybe canceled the wraith there. Not sure.
Joined with Ursa's team as he kills Vladimir. Actually, the Reaper.
Okay, so Rhine charges in. You're down your main source of damage, and the turret's down. So like right now, if the turret was like shooting stuff, and then you also have the Torb shooting things, like that would be better, right? Like the turret where it was took some Rhine shield health, but like it's down when it matters.
Falling. A very aggressive pin from Dan. I appreciate that. He's gonna find the Lucio.
Okay, kill the Lucio. You trade Lucios, so you're still down a Reaper.
As well, John Huckity.
Looks winnable though, because your coal is up, theirs is down.
Well, no frauds allowed if this is frozen wasteland. Dan and has maybe get kills, and that's gonna be cleanup on the attack.
That was beautiful, and I should take a point.
So, yeah, I guess basically the it was kind of like a overall positioning mistake of like the comp you're running needs to kite, but both the Reaper and the Moira were caught out a little bit too aggressively, and then by the time that they used cooldowns to get back to point, their team was able to use that time to like get on top of everyone, and then you know, in a brawl situation, the Rhine swing and the Zarya bubbles and the Zarya's damage is better. So it ended up falling apart there. Yeah, I think generally, like, you know, it's like a very subtle mistake, but that's kind of what happened.
Dire Raven had a crucial kill there. Words, English.
He had a crucial kill.
Also, if the turret had been shooting hero HP, like from the off angle, you probably would get this. I don't know, like I don't think it would have turned that fight around, but you know, like you would have had the option to ult that fight. Like I don't know if it would have made a difference, but yeah.
That. You know, I see a lot of teams easily take the first point. The second point always seems more difficult, and not just because of the closer spawn for such a close spawn for defense. I think just all the things on point and You're basically going from a really open point to a much less open point, at least from 3 sides.
And that's very aggressive play from Dan.
This is a big sickle. Like, you're preventing follow-up on the shatter. I think while they were walking in, let's take a look. But the other thing you can do with this comp to like kite, even if you can't give space because you're already holding on point, is you can use Orisa pull to like slow them down. And I guess like normally with these tanks you run like May Reaper, and that's another part of the reason is that you can May wall and like delay further, or like delay half their team and kill the people who are up front. So that's like that's why May Reaper is so strong with this comp. Like I don't know, this is okay, but like there's the idea of the May is that it actually like works really well with all of the other characters. There's a lot of synergy.
And right now he's gonna get the shatter on 3 and he's gonna
also, you know, unlucky punch, like you would have had Torbolt, but you know, it happens.
He rewarded with a kill on the Helix, although Batter will equalize onto a murder.
So a little bit of target focus there. I think you guys should have turned on like these guys faster, but
of Germans. But there will be a 4v4 right now, and as you know, that is always in favor of defense. A 4v4 might as well be a 20v4 as the meat effect will come.
By the way, I like that turret position. Again, like it's shooting them when it matters, and it can't get spammed out before they engage. So that's kind of like the idea that I was trying to like explain for the first point.
I've been trying to find some value. It's not really going to do much. Oh no, it will. Warrior falling. Clixney will kill John Hawks, and they're just going to make this work. Felix Neck will find Kazmai with that turret, but this looks like it could go in the favor of the attack with the Reinhardt coming back, although Felix Neck and Ledger will get their kills to help prevent the attack from doing much.
Yeah, again, like this turret, like super good, right? Like where you want the fight to take place, it's shooting them, and they can't do anything about it until they get to where you want to take the fight. Mora could beam it, but she's kind of distracted.
We'll try to keep that German man alive, as well as keep some damage on the enemy, but it's not going to be enough.
You know, this puts Void at a really big disadvantage. Using that Moira ult, you're at such a disadvantage on the attack on a second point, and so when both teams start trickling in like that, there comes a point where you just have to back out, unless it's just the end and you've just got no time and it's a Hail Mary. They could have gotten in maybe a second push, or at least started a second push in the time it took them to not even take a tick.
Okay,
and a lot
I'll try
of that
to
is going
skip
to come down to
like in between
when to die, when to back out, and when to ult.
Definitely, and we actually did see Magenta stagger himself a little bit there.
So like kind of again, like I think it's fine to you know as they're pushing in, this is pretty minor, but as they're pushing in, you do want to be spamming them, because remember your comp wants to like deplete their resources as they're coming in, and then win off like having shields and having resources left when they have nothing. You know, maybe like I like this idea, and you guys are kind of like trying to shoot this down this alley, but like maybe like leave the 6 shield there a little bit longer and just like spam them. I think she bubbled, so like I think it's totally fine here to like pause for 2 seconds, but like you just want to kind of be in this position and be ready to spam them as they come in, and then you know you do want to back off as they come in, but like when they first peek over here, like, you want to be like lobbing shit at them already.
Which was
okay. But I like this. You're backing off.
Not ideal. We're gonna see Kazmai on that.
Okay. So they don't have shatter now, and I guess you probably know that because they shattered last fight when they got the 3 people over here. But you know, as Sig, make sure you're like kind of thinking about it, and you have your shield ready to deploy when they shatter. Like you can block it kind of like you can block shatter with Ryan. As long as you have it retracted already, it goes out instantly. So
the high ground trying to find some value. Bolt DPS will be hopping around up there, and he's gonna kill Vladimir. High noon as well. We'll find orange.
How did he must have got sped and jumped across. Okay, I don't know. So those are a good plays for them.
Reinhardt's pinning, trying to get the value. He will swing on that Orisa. The robot will fall, but there's the signal. What we'll find, not much against that sound barrier. John Hux did fall. There's no tanks left. As bad rep.
Okay, so here, like, you guys lost a bunch, but they're just barely starting to cap. So one thing you could do is just like back off, give them like 2.5 ticks, and then re-engage 6v6. You have a bunch of ults coming up, so like, you know, when they come, when you guys come back, you're gonna be able to like retake it because you have ults. I think like stalling and being sneaky as Lucio is fine, but like the people that are here don't really want to like push in yet if you can help it.
Dies afterwards. Kazme with another kill. Vladimir falling again. Kazme just punching him again and again. And another kill for Kazme. That's an orgy. The Doomfist is on fire at the moment.
Yeah, again, like this disengage if the Moro's still alive, and I don't know, it'd just be like slightly better if you have everyone here, but you know, I think
Volskaya will be there to prevent them from getting.
This is the right idea.
There's a Graviton Surge though. It will be
nice.
Not enough as you would think just gets kill after kill, and John Hux finishes it off.
Lucio is such
and you win this fight off
annoying character to play against when it comes to stall battles, especially when the point has so many places he can run. I think that was a good time to. Good job, Nova.
All right.
Post show.
I can't play Lucio.
Alright, so I really like this. Like, again, like the idea is to spam out the resources, kite, and then kill them once they get to the objective and they have nothing left. So this is really good. Like spamming them as they come in, making sure you back off as they get close.
I'm the frog by not being able to play him properly.
So it'd be good if you backed off a little bit, like slightly earlier. But I think we are gonna back off now, so that's good. Perfect. Sorry. And I like the Sigma shield to cover once they push through Orisa shield. That's great. And then Orisa is going to be able to shield here again.
There's the
that's a little unlucky. You're probably like a second or two off of Orisa shield. If you had it, definitely drop it right away. And then I guess like I don't know if you could have. I don't know. Like ideally, maybe there was some time that you could have like pulled this back and then be able to have it to block your shatter, but I think this is like, you know, that's like really marginal and tough to do.
Shatter! It's gonna be 4! Only the DPS will be left standing, but there's a huge flashbang on the 3. It's not gonna matter much. The only kill there, and there's that.
A little unlucky, got booped there. I think maybe having this ult, maybe if you could have positioned like over here or something, you can catch them after they come in. No, actually, you were in the shatter, so never mind. I think you kind of had to back off.
What's gonna find nothing. He's gonna die from it. There's the tick coming in as they start to try and.
So this is pretty good stall
back
here.
We'll see Nova touching on it. The Lip Snake will kill Kazme. The second tick is in as well. 81.8% right now. Clicksney will kill Orangey. The ball is in spin to win. He is in rotation mode, although he will leave that just to get some primary fire damage.
I guess, you know, because like people are contesting here already, like you don't need to be out in the open as much. Maybe like try to be like high up on the walls. And like I don't know. Like as Reaper, like yeah, you want to kind of like fight them, and you have to be close to fight them. But if you walk in, like I think if you have TP, I don't know, like maybe use that as spawn so you don't have it. If you have TP, if you can TP here, and then like drop on them from behind and shoot them, so they have to turn on you, it'll give you a little bit more time to do damage. They might not react as fast, and then you can always wraith back to your team.
Nova Vixen just constantly pushes this point. Dire even slave at him. The Orisa will be pinned. There's the high.
I don't know if you had fortify, but like you definitely have to fortify there when you see the charge coming at you.
What's it gonna find on the freeze?
Might not have had it though.
The Diary will kill Battle Rap, don't take life right now for the defense, although the Colossus is finally in. Diary with another kill on the Helix Snake, but sorry it's on fire.
Right, so
Dan will
they end up finishing this off. But I think that was like honestly a solid hold. They had 5 minutes when they first kept first,
and I think they
you
really
burned 4
did.
minutes
At
off.
least
That's like totally fine.
from the looks of it right there, Kazumi was certainly trying to get that loose.
Yeah, let's get moving forward a little bit.
Back hard, but you know,
Vladimir.
it's not.
What do you think? Incoming.
All right, so looking at the comps again, really quick. So all right, so you guys are basically running opposites of what the tanks were. So your goal is going to be try to get on top of them while burning as few resources as you can. So that's going to be probably meaning like speeding through choke and like maybe trying to take cover or something like that. While their goal is to like take space but like kite and do damage to you as much as possible on the way in, burn your resources, and then take the fight on point. Yeah, I think the Junkrat's fine here, and they have McCree May, which is, I don't know, it's like slightly lower damage, but they have like stun and wall, so yeah, I think that's
I
fine
do
too.
like seeing this Orisa on the defense, not just on the offense. And this is a good team comp.
Okay, so at this point you don't know they have a May. They got the wall off. That's a really good wall. I think if your whole team, basically when you see the wall come up, you just all like call a pillar and all spam the pillar. I don't think this is really like basically like Ryan got walled. There's not really like, it's just kind of unlucky. Like this is first push, you don't know they have a May, so like whatever. You take the like try to burn the pillar. You might be able to save Ryan if you do, like because Junkrat does the pillars have 400 HP. Junkrat does what, like 130 per shot, and like Zarya, like just your DPS alone can burn this in like a second or two. So you should be able to, and then I don't think Zarya's bubbled yet, so you should be able to bubble Ryan out of. He's gonna be frozen. You should be able to bubble him out, and like throw heals at him. But you know, sometimes you, like the wall comes up, you don't react fast enough. That's totally fine. But just like it's fine. Now you know there's a May. You just reset, take the next fight.
To run here, as long as they're not overly aggressive and actually use the shields and the walls in a way that allows them to regenerate each of those things.
So you guys are resetting.
So
Great.
it's not all three being down at once.
Yeah, Kazame immediately gets that huge wall to separate Bad Rep, and now they just have to reevaluate.
Please skip for a little bit.
No, they don't have it.
So one other thing that you can try here, so instead of like pushing into them, you can just walk over here and then like speed and wrap left around the truck, and then like see how they react. If they turn to face you, then you can just go point. If they start backing up and like maybe their tanks are backing out first, then you might be able to catch some of them like in transition. So you can kind of like go left. That prevents like the easy May wall here. If you go left and get walled like over there, then for one, their team's not going to be right there right away to follow up. They're going to have to walk around their truck, because the May can, like standing in that corner, she can wall this half of it as well. But if you're like, if someone gets walled on this side, it takes them longer to get there. You can still break the wall in the same amount of time, and also you can like just push in through them. So it's hard for them to like rotate and like kill those people, because there's the threat of everyone else like coming through the shield if they turn, and then there's going to be people on their back as well. So that might be a better way to like deal with this once you know there's a May. Okay. So let's see if you guys do that. This is like just like little ahead of the team, just like push with the team. Like yes, spamming shields is good, it's fine, but you don't want to do this like by yourself when they can just flash you, or you know, if the May like sees this, she can walk up and wall you, and then you're gonna die. So
you know, a Pharaoh would be great here, except
so like you guys got a W at the same time, and that's a comms thing. Like you gotta be like talking about it and be like someone has to call the pathing, probably Ryan, and someone has to like you just all have to be on the same page in terms of when you push in.
That Clicks needs on that McCree.
So you're going left. That's great. So again, like they get this wall right, but like look at how long it's going to take them. I think you survive here.
Like I said, he's a very aggressive McCree, and I'm sure they've noticed.
Okay, I mean the people that get walled survived. This is a little unlucky, but
oh my goodness, batter up just.
That's great. So you're even here. Their shield's over here. I don't know. Like at this point, you guys you have to make a call, but you have to like pick one or the other. So you can either speed everyone in and like take the fight here, or you can just rotate to point and then force them to come to you. I think either is fine. Because they're kind of low damage here, you still have your Reaper. I think like running at them is slightly better. Plus they already used wall, so they don't have it for a couple seconds here. But like either way is fine. You just have to make sure that everyone does it together.
Aggressive beats aggressive, apparently pinning the McCree into the wall.
Okay, yeah, so you guys go at them.
DPS down for both
they
sides,
kind of waste wall here.
Still up.
That's great.
That's gonna be a very big hassle.
Now nobody's going to
what's
speed, and you need to walk
is that
walk
they
up.
rotated to point and they.
And that pull, like again, that was a good pull, right? Because they're trying to kite. That slows you down and lets them have more time to burn your resources. So that's kind of like the pulls that I meant when kind of using pull to extend the kite.
They did it together, and that's pretty
big shatter.
big.
The two-man shatter, Dan and Magenta falling, and that's gonna be a kill coming in for them as well.
They win it off that.
We're having a very, very dominant attack so far.
It was a good attempt to stall that. That shatter was absolutely huge. But you know, even losing the point, I still love the way that they didn't wait to back up, they didn't wait to rotate, they just did it, and they did it really well. What hurt them there?
And I like this pushing up. I do kind of wonder if maybe, well, for one, like you don't necessarily need 3 people to cap. Like maybe like get it like 2/3 or something, but then like leave Lucio to do the last bit because Lucio can get back really fast. And then like sending Junkrat instead of Reaper might be slightly better. Well, I guess there's kind of trade-offs for both because like Reaper kind of wants to be in position ahead of time and like be able to like drop on them rather than having to set up after coming in. But Junkrat, like from this default position where there's only 3 of you up here and you're not being able to actually push them, Junkrat can spam and get more damage and build toward ult rather than Reaper, who's gonna like be here and like stand here but like not be able to do like that much. But I don't know. Either they both have kind of slightly different advantages, I guess.
Down a player and of course that amazing beautiful shatter and again with such an aggressive character gone, that puts you at a disadvantage too, especially when the other team might just be a little bit.
So now you're all here. The DPS are kind of split from the main group. Like I think it's okay if one of them flanks, but like one of them should kind of be here to present more threat, I think.
Scared of them. I would be. I don't like.
And like, I guess like maybe the better flank would be to like either you can mind jump over or TP over, and like one of you could be coming from this direction.
Agrees, but I'm a Pharamir, so.
That's understandable. Helix Tank is gonna immediately find Dan. No main tank for defense right now. Clicks.
Be a little bit scared of him.
How did Ryan?
I would be. I don't like McCree's.
Oh, he's just through shield, so he can't get healed.
But I'm a Pharamir. So.
I don't know. Still full health. Get frozen.
That's understandable. No. Helix Tank is gonna immediately find Dan.
Oh, I got frozen here. All right, let's see where the bubble came.
Too. Especially when the other team might just be a little bit scared of him. I would be. I don't like McCree's.
Self bubble projected. I think this is fine.
But I'm a Pharamir, so.
Okay,
that's
so
understandable. Helix Tank is gonna
a little unlucky. Lost track of the May, and she got a big freeze off.
Immediately find Dan. No main tank for defense right now. Clicksney will try.
A little slow on the beat, but I think it's fine anyway. You're up yeah, you're up anyway. Like you want to push.
Equalize
So
on bad rep, but it might not
fine.
be enough. The high noon is in. He's
that's
gonna fly too. The DPS dead. John Hawks will try and help out, but Clickty with a 4th kill.
All right, and at this point, you do just need to die because you're like they're gonna have spawns faster, so you are gonna die eventually. So you just want to like
what you want to use
jump off
or
or
we saw that Nova Vixen came in with that
let them
Lucio
kill you or
ult,
whatever.
but look at where Kazi's sitting on ult, and that's gonna put them at a big disadvantage if.
All right, so resetting.
Nova can't build
It's
that
fine.
ult back up by the time.
Fast forward a little bit.
Where?
Okay.
The chat is dead. There's 2 messages so far.
I don't see Snivs, but hi Sniv.
Anyway.
So you guys do need to push through here. Main thing is that the speed needs to come out to push through with. Not sure if you took a headshot or something. I'm not sure why you're so low. Let's go back.
Sniv, where?
The chat is dead.
Yeah, okay. So like Lucy needs to be here with the tanks. Like you need to help them cross this distance. And then like probably just be on speed once you get to like maybe this corner, because you can kind of walk up behind this pillar. Once you get to this corner, like be calming that like, hey, we're gonna go to the corner and we're gonna speed in, and then you just amp speed and like run onto them. Because again, they want to try to maximize the time that it takes. Like they want to kite and like maximize the time that it takes, or maximize the time that they're shooting you while you're walking in, and you want to get here as soon as possible. Because once you're on top of each other, your comp wins. And I guess in terms of pathing, like you do have other options. Like you can go around the side. And if kind of like you guys like sometimes this team will be a little bit slow to like check that side, and you'll get in faster. You can also go over the top and like just make sure you get on the same elevator together, and then you have a little bit of cover from high ground while you're walking in. But yeah, like you need to be kind of grouped up. Like maybe one DPS can flank, and then you need to get up here and speed in.
There's 2 messages so far.
I don't see Snivs, but hi Sniv.
Yeah, so this needs to be speed. Everyone's full health. This needs to be speed.
Anyway, there goes the blizzard.
Say blizzard. Like if you're on speed and you have amp still, you can amp speed out.
Onto that core, John Hawk dice.
Oh wait, we were supposed to look at why Nova took damage.
But hi Sniv.
So over here.
Anyway, there goes the blizzard.
Oh man, I don't know. Must have been a headshot or something.
He's gonna fall.
That's unlucky.
Immediately picked up Nova Vixen before, and so it's debatable whether
Okay,
that
but
was necessary.
like,
But it happens.
But you know.
It's a little unfortunate that that they use only one ult, but you guys died fairly quickly, so it's not like the worst thing in the world.
Brewed to be crisp.
But yeah, just kind of the engage, like it needs to be cleaner. Like you guys need to be together. You need to have speed ready. You need to kind of path to take minimal damage and then speed in.
So that's 5 ults online.
All right, let me speed a little bit.
Very.
So this Volvo by Zarya, try to like. I think it's fine to go for energy here. You kind of want to like peek a little bit, give them a little bit of time to like start shooting you, because they're not gonna be able to burst you probably from full health. Like you just like once they start shooting you, reaction bubble that, and you'll get more energy. I don't know if you maybe got like 10 off of that. But you can get 40 from each bubble.
But we
So
do
just
have
a small mechanical thing there.
Coming up on the side.
So again, like you guys need to be together. Like you can't play the shield war. You have one shield, they have 2. There's regens constantly. Arista's shield, that is, like it regens on a timer. Your shield has to be down for it to regen. So you guys need to like walk in together, use this cover. Bedrep has the right idea here, and then amp speed like to cross the gap.
EWP.
You're never gonna win this spam war. Like you're just not. They have 2 shields.
They have to cancel.
We know Vladimir can.
And there's the grip tire on the attack. It's going around the back. What's gonna find? There's a
That
hammer.
was kind of a weird shatter.
Up on the side of EWP.
They have to cancel.
We know.
Was it because? Oh, okay. You just got it and use it. Okay. I mean, I don't mind that. I think that's fine. But what you should really be looking for here is like grab and then tire, or grab and then Blossom. And like the way that you can get a Blossom is like if Reaper walks up behind, you can TP to here or here, and then you'll be behind them, and then you grab, and then Reaper can drop in and Blossom. Or like normally you'd be able to TP here probably, but the Mei's watching it, so definitely don't go there because the Mei's there. But to do that, I'm not sure if this is Reaper, but you know you have to be like with the team to like have these angles, like or be up here, maybe in like TP here. When you're flanking this alley, like you're gonna end up coming from the same angle as the rest of the team anyway, so why not just play with them? If you're gonna flank this side, like take the TP across and like walk in or something like that. Like you're gonna have to be a little bit more creative than just walking here, unless the whole team's walking this way.
American.
And there's the grip tire on the attack.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's not really anyone to shatter here. I think you could maybe land a grab. I don't know. It is kind of hard because you're kind of far away. But again, like being able to like if you have speed here, maybe you can get a better shatter. Speed through shield and then shatter, or speed through shield and then grab. You gotta kind of be using the abilities together with the team.
Going around the back, what's he gonna find? There's a hammer down! It's not gonna do much, but Kazane will kill Helix with that ice to the face. Magenta killing the bad rep. Fire still trying to find something. It's not gonna do
so
much.
You get picked off. That's fine. You're just backing out here. Yep.
Against two that were used on the attack.
It's great.
Actually, I believe did we use the defense used Magenta and Dan? Yes, but we have seen Magenta
but you traded one ult for 3, I think. So honestly, like that's kind of a win. Like you're gonna have more ults than them coming back in.
So I think they're gonna be okay with that. 2 ults isn't over ults.
I like Hans a lot better than Widow
Big
here.
thing there was that tire.
But absolutely, right now you need to be thinking grab Blossom and like thinking about a way to make that work.
Really close to killing Magenta, and I don't think it would have lost.
Okay, so taking the alternate path, I like that. Speeding in, you're amping speed in. That's great. I think someone got left behind though. If Lucio 2 tanks. I'm not sure. Maybe if Reaper's TPing across, that's great. Not sure.
Yeah, there's the grab from search for the wall.
Okay, but like the grab, like you gotta make sure that your combo partner's like ready to go. So not sure. Okay, so Reaper TP top. I mean, like I don't know, like this, like just walk through the team. Like you're not gonna get anything from being up here. I'm not sure where Hanzo is. I imagine maybe off angling right side.
Close to killing Magenta, and I don't think it would have lost in the team fight, but Magenta.
Yeah, and just like Reaper, you're up here. Like, what are you gonna do up there? Just play with the team.
Had a perfectly timed fade, and I have to applaud that.
Yeah, there's the grab from search for the wall. Gonna help.
Yeah, so like if you were here with the team, this is easy Blossom. They do get the beat off, so I don't know if it kills anyone. But like at least it's like a better execution, I guess.
There's the high noon McCree trying to do something. He will. Zarya Lucio's dead.
Alright, so that's 2 ults for 2 ults. You lose the fight, but like it's kind of fine. Not a big deal.
CLXNE.
Or actually, I guess it was 2 for 1, but like
his ults are just
I don't know. Just make sure you get the combos because grab by itself,
even when he doesn't kill somebody, like
it can win fights sometimes, but like on 2 CP, it's pretty hard.
And you're not always gonna get a kill with an ult like that, and that's okay as long as it helps you win the fight. In fact, some people use it just to reload.
Swapped off with Reaper ult. I mean, I don't hate it. Like they do have the McCree's playing like these angles and like the Mei's playing high grounds and stuff. Like it is gonna be hard to get value off the Blossom, so especially without grab. So I don't know, kind of makes sense.
He's dead.
Alright, and then Helix was on the off angle and sniped 2 people.
There's the Sigma ult. It's gonna find
Sigma with.
Trying to use it, but Nova Vixen will
This is just
in this attack. Minute 34 right now. They're gonna have to start going on some stall picks. There's the McCree falling.
Pretty good target focus here as well.
Dan on that canister.
There's the charge.
Blizzard.
Oh wow.
He was frozen. Better did kill Kazi with the pin. Kazzy's actually gonna get the Blizzard final blow.
Target focus is falling off a little bit here. Oh, but then the dragon comes in.
There's the dragon strike. It's gonna fly too.
So that cleans up.
Tracer and the baby diva will fall. Batter up kills Helix. Doomfist falls as well. Dan will try to kill Orangey, but with that huge dragon strike, I'm not seeing a very big chance for the defense to hold right now. Dan's the only person alive right now, and the respawns are just coming back right now. Tracer will be able to touch, but it's not gonna be for long.
So this beat, like, I don't know, like if it was like barely anything left, like that's I think this is okay, but like this is too early. Like they still might have touches, like a touch left, and everyone's dead except for that Tracer. Like she might be able to stall, and like during that stall your beat's gonna wear off and you're gonna not getting any value from it. So just try to hold it a little bit longer. Like try to kind of be aware of like how much longer you have to go, and then be aware of like who's alive. Or try to watch kill feed. You're like everyone's safe right here. There's no reason to beat yet.
Recall immediately baited out the Lucio ultimate, although the little boop will find the Nova Vixen just killing everything at the moment. Helix Snake's gonna break that trend though with a kill on the Kazi. John Hawks
anyway, you clean up, so it didn't end up mattering, but
plus will be there just
it could have.
Thing, though. Time bank is definitely starting to move on though. There we go. The ball will follow as well. Helix Snake with a dink on the Blake Snake. 1 minute versus 1:35.
Alright, cool.
Have a Reaper.
Focused on whoever. They did absolutely dev a lot of the shatters and
kill
them. They're just going to stand right back up and kill you all.
It's a very good stall.
Alright, so rolling out. Okay, cool. I like this. You know, again, because their idea is to kite, and you guys want to kind of engage or like force objective. Having the TP is like a good way to do that as well. So I like this, and unfortunately they have a Pharah, which might get some value here, but I don't know, maybe it won't.
Oh, there's a TP.
Big TP.
Straight up top. Reaper's gonna
they weren't ready for it either. Yeah, so now they have to come to you, and you want them to like brawl, right? So you're on point. If they don't come, you win by default. If they do come, you get the brawl engage that you want.
Start getting some point progress. Nothing quite yet. No ticks will be caught. Dire Raven kills Orange. It's gonna be an immediate pick. Clixney and Batter will get their own pick as well.
Good job by John, by the way, like forcing the Pharah off.
Yeah, Reaper. They can't give up.
Looks like maybe they'll win this, but
they really want to guarantee nothing less than a draw. Nova will try and help out with a kill into Clixney. Kazme is going to be the only person getting.
The stream host had some internet issues.
We see we're taking that teleport.
Alright, so it's just kind of a weird staggered fight now.
Raven will kill Nova at the moment, though. Right now, there's 3 players in the defense. They're trying to survive, and Kazme is going to make sure they do it.
Your spawns are faster.
Kill the only support left, and then they'll kill the only DPS left, and then Dire Raven will fall as well. Only 1% left. Magenta. Accurate state.
Alright, so when you cap this in overtime, you get 30 seconds. That is enough time to walk across. You don't have to like rush. Just make sure that you do get like one full 66 fight here. Don't rush it too much. Looks like you guys do that, so that's good. Or just go with the team. Like I don't know. I mean, like I don't hate it. You're trying to get ult, I guess, but like I don't know. Like from here, like it's gonna take you a little bit longer, but like from here you can angle the orb down the hallway and like bounce it into them as well. Like you don't have to be here split.
For a good long while, especially characters that have a lot of healing.
So you're gonna be a little slow here. That's gonna make everyone
like
wait.
On them or
but I mean, okay, you do only have one fight anyway, so nice.
That can cause a severe disadvantage.
I like the idea, but
10 seconds left. They were relying on that.
Just gotta speed in now. Oh, that was a little unlucky. Barely didn't get past the shield.
There's a barrage! Clixney with 4!
Yes!
DPS and tanks gone, only supports left.
But again, like, you know, if the Moira was there, maybe you get the TP off faster. Or or like maybe you can just make this rotation faster or something like. So just like when time's short, make sure you're together. Don't like split off and like try to get independent value.
Origin is gonna make half the supports left, and that's gonna be it.
But I mean, you know, it's like
Click,
only one fight anyway. They
just
had
know
a bunch of ults, so
that
like I don't think
Can't
you know.
keep giving Ferris player of the match, but
It's not.
I do
You're not
see
expected
you,
to win that fight
okay?
anyway.
I
But
do see you.
if
You're
you
amazing.
play
Which is why
more
I can't
together,
keep
you
doing
have a
it,
better chance
but I want
of making the upset.
I know that
Right. So I think you guys went Bastion here. I like that.
no, don't at me.
You guys were
And yes,
rotating sides really well.
Like Jack said, it does stand
And like you said,
disadvantage
let's see here.
pass by in the first 40 seconds, then you have to rush for that 20 seconds.
So you see them go right. They're gonna go up the stairs. So you rotate. This is really good.
You know what I mean?
And you know, attacking second actually puts them at a disadvantage because the enemy team
Awesome.
is going.
You know, try to set up a little bit further back. I mean, like I guess there's a balance because you do want to be able to shoot over the edge, and then, but you want to make sure there's space for Ursa to shield. I think Ursa can shield here, but you're gonna be sticking out a little bit. And like normally this is like this corner edge is a little bit better just because like here you can't like you can get if they play like over here you're gonna be blocked. If you play it over here then you can see the whole point.
Going to either expect the defense is either going to expect them to run the same thing, or they're not going to be too worried about it. And in this case, they know what they need to do. They took a point. They can win this. It's not going to be a.
Okay. I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but this should be called out definitely. I guess you dropped here because the Ursa shield dropped low ground. But you can stay high ground a little bit longer. Yeah, I mean, like you can give like almost up to the first tick before you have to drop, as well.
Draw. So, or okay.
Okay, so the Reaper was called out eventually.
I don't.
It actually kind of helps out, and then
gives you a huge advantage in taking.
I don't know if this is the best target right now. Like Moira is really high priority, and maybe you saw her use Fate or something. But like, if you can keep your team alive, like if you can shoot these people and keep your team alive, that's probably better. Because Moira's not gonna be able to heal through your damage, so the healing is like, I mean, you know, it's not irrelevant, but it's like slightly less relevant than normal, because you have like huge damage here, and then. Yeah, I don't know. Like this like saving your teammates and keeping them alive is probably a little bit more important than killing the Moira.
Up a lot of the enemy's time, especially being able to rotate the way they did.
And then yeah, same thing. Like this is the more important area, and like maybe you can't see it. I'm not sure. Like it does kind of look like you should be able to because you're pretty close to the edge, but yeah, I don't know. Like try to help your teammates. Rather than like shooting the first target you see.
Definitely. And by the way, that's actually
a big wall from them.
Kazuma to John Hawks. Finding the robot, the main tank full
nice
fall.
Jump.
There's not gonna be enough shielding for the Bastion here. They can.
I like this that you guys are contesting but playing the far side of point. So basically, like they can either be safe from Bastion or they can fight you guys. Like they can't do both. So like this split positioning is really good. Once they committed over here, I really like this. This is really smart. But Reaper like just play behind the shield here, or like play behind the curve of the shield here maybe. You don't want to walk past it.
Potentially focus him down, but there's the
tank form. You don't miss this fight. Alright, great, and you get ults and you win this fight off of one ult, which is great. I think this isn't bad if like the fight is being contested, like maybe it's like 5v5 or something. But since you guys like are getting these kills, you can swap back and play Rissa. Like you know, Hanser's okay, but like having that shield is pretty important. And they wasted more ult, which is huge.
I guess gonna reset.
Again, a big thing to countering a Bastion.
Okay, so resetting top, that's really smart. That's great.
A lot of times comes down to ults or certain abilities that characters have, and if you're not ready for the Bastion, you may not already
you know,
be on
like how much better would it be
characters.
if you had an Ursa shield too?
And that takes up a lot of time. Bastion.
So now that you've swapped these two tanks, like Sig is now the like Bastion shielding tank, and Ball is the point contest tank. So your roles are a little bit swapped here. arguably, even with Orisa Sigma, Sig should be on the Bastion and Orisa should be the one dropping because she has Fortify, but that's like that's more of a like either one of them could do it. But here like definitely Ball is the contest tank.
Can kill a lot of time on a point, and that's what we saw.
So I don't know like why this rotation happened. Maybe you guys thought they were going right, but like I don't know. You just like you need to set up here. Did they fake going right?
So, or okay, the way they did.
Go for too far back.
It would already be an OT if they didn't have much time.
This comes down to ults or certain abilities that characters have, and if you're not ready for the Bastion, you may not already be on those characters.
So as Ball here, you can also like play a little bit further up and like be scouting and like call out where they're going because you can basically always get out unless you get frozen somehow. But they don't have a stun to catch you for the freeze, so you shouldn't get frozen.
And that takes up a lot of
so you should be calling that they're bottom right here.
time. Bastion can kill a lot of time.
Yeah, like you should know that they're not repping stairs. They only have 5 seconds. They're gonna have to touch. So like, just set up Bastion here. Push the shield. They're gonna have to go. Ball can contest like far side, like you were before. Like there's no way you lose this.
Time on a point, and that's what we saw there. I mean, there's a minute.
But like these like, I think you walk over here and walk back. Like those like 5 or 10 seconds is like, I don't know. That like lets them win this.
Yeah, definitely. Now they're gonna start seeing up.
So better up. You should not drop. Ball is the contest tank here.
But there's the ball. He's gonna drop onto the Reinhardt. Like I said, I have
stay alive though.
for the hamstery boys.
Then you set up here.
Damage the Blitz is gonna be there. Although.
Okay. I mean, but like during that time, this went down. Bap died. Everyone else is low. Like it could be like this situation, but with like these people all half or something like that.
They will try and make it work. There's the pin on bad rep. There's 2 players dead for the defense, 1 for the offense. Rosario has fallen.
Okay, nice.
They're gonna try and win this one out. Bastion just constantly throwing out damage, but there's Kazame ending his dreams.
Bastion.
Don't let her res, Kazame.
Almost happened, but there's the death.
Kind of unlucky that they beat it right there.
Awesome. What's he gonna find? Nothing. The top player's actually gets left. But Kazame says mine's
I don't know.
bigger.
That's
He's
not really
gonna
like.
run.
That's just unlucky.
Actually is up again.
But yeah, now you're the stall, so you want to play to stay alive. Let Bastion kill things. I mean, yeah, no, I mean this is totally fine. Like you're just trying to shoot them to regen health and whatever.
A lot of damage what they have to worry about right now. Magenta kills Vladimir Poot. That's actually a lot of damage.
I mean,
and they're almost C9, but they touched it the last second. They're gonna have the second tip.
So you have 2 ticks to give here. Picking up here, like, what's shooting you? Mercy can heal you through this, basically. Like, I guess if the Zarya starts shooting you, but the Reaper can't do shit, and I don't know. I think you should just like hard force the like just stay there and like try to kill someone. There's not really any reason to pick up. Well, okay. I mean, I guess like if someone else is like gonna make it back to contest, then you can like kind of wait for them and let them contest and then go set back up. But like, I don't know. They don't really have that much range damage. Except maybe Zarya.
Coming up, Orangey almost. But a ball actually. The Bastion will take 4 back out.
Okay, you were waiting for tank form then?
C9, but they touched it the last second.
No, you had it.
Gonna have the second.
I don't know, just like, or you can even like pop that. There's 2 people here. Like, I don't know.
Coming up, Orangey almost.
Just kind of.
They're gonna try and win this one out. Bastion just constantly throwing out damage, but there's Kazame ending his dreams.
Don't let her res, Kazame.
Almost happened, but there's the death blossom. What's he gonna find? Nothing. The top player's actually gets left. But Kazame says mine's bigger. He's gonna kill John Hawks. The Bastion actually is up again. There's a lot of damage what they have to worry about right now. Magenta.
Oh, I guess Lucio's spamming you too. I don't know.
Vladimir Poot. That's actually a lot of damage dead. And they're almost C9.
Yeah, but then you killed the Lucio. Can't do anything. She can like tickle you. You're getting pocketed by Mercy. You can self-heal if you need to as well.
Why? But they touched it the last second.
You're like... I don't know. I mean...
They're gonna have the second tick coming up. Orangey almost...
Maybe they said that they're gonna contest, so you don't have to.
More back out again. Transformers more than
Look at that. Mercy fell off.
Again, the defense is back in this lamp.
Died.
Is there. The ball is there. Direct.
Well, this is really good though. I assume shield went down.
Out again.
You can just leave that here. Oh. You pulled it. I guess so you can replace the contest.
More than meets the eye.
You definitely need to be healing the person on contest here.
Gonna start touching this plane again. The defense is back in this lamp. Is there. The ball.
Oh. The IMO could have been here.
Is there. Direct. We'll take more back out again. Transformers more than meets the eye. They're gonna start touching this plane again. The defense.
Oh, okay, I see. The ball went on your back line, so then you emote that. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of scrappy, I guess.
Defense is back in this lamp. Is there. The ball is there. Direct kills. Bad rep. Although the defense is starting to get the kills. Quickly on the soldier falls. Helix take with this incredible amount of damage. The Bastion pumps out.
And then I guess also bad rep rotating in here, out of line of sight of the heals. Just try to hold the corner. Like your whole team's here. You still almost win this. Like,
getting tons of damage right now.
So
there's the Hammond ult. It's not going to do much. They're going to catch. Ooh, there's like or Vladimir with touch as the Reaper. Trying to find some value, but it's just a 3v1 for him right now. He's going to fall, and that's going to be the half.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Right.
Great. I have characters that can
and then they
there.
just had
don't
more
have
ults, I guess.
hard
Not
counters
sure.
to that character. Him being rezzed is
So Mercy Lucio is kind of low heals. Lucio can stall, I guess. Maybe that's why the swap happened. But keeping Bap or maybe going Mora might be a little bit better, just because you can like help sustain the team while the Mercy's pocketing the Bastion. And then another thing you can do is like you can be down here as Sig and put the shield here. So then he has a shield.
huge, and
Grab happened. This, I guess, whiffed a little bit. You're trying to get people off the grab. I mean, you can like put it a little bit further back or something, or like, I guess a little bit in any direction would have caught people.
Right now, Helix Tech will find
unlucky.
the main tank. That's a horrible start if you're attacking right now. Although Kazme finds the Bastion, that's a good take for them. Clixney on the soldier finds Vladimir Pooh. That's not what I expected to see. The rest arcs will be there though. With Mercy bringing the Bastion goes back up again. And then he will fall immediately though.
Kind of think they just like had more sustain and they had the grab.
yes, that was beautiful. But again,
I don't know. It was a little bit unlucky,
they let
but
the Mercy
I think maybe having a little bit more healing would have helped.
I know what this is.
But I don't know. That's not like a huge like.
Which kill somebody, they get
Killing yourself when I think.
Like first point definitely was holdable.
but
Second point was kind of a
now that we've
50-50,
finished
and
Volskaya,
they happened to
we're gonna
win
start
the coin
going-
flip. So, all right, skip through the halftime.
But think about it, it's okay.
Okay,
Even though I find the map.
we're just gonna meet them. All right, so where's the hog on defense? So this comp into their tanks, like it's still kind of the same idea. You have one less shield, you have more spam, so you'll be able to burn out the resources faster, but you still want to kind of be the team that's kiting. And because they're running the Ryan Zarya, it's gonna be hard to hit pull hooks. So you can kind of use pull to like kite them or like slow them down, and then kind of look for flank hooks or something like that. Unless you see like a really unless someone's out of position and you can pull hook them. So you do still kind of want to coordinate your cooldowns, but like it's a little bit. It's not like you need to save hook for every time for pull, and you don't have to like pull only when there is a hook because they have a Rhine. And the pull hook isn't. It's going to be really hard to kind of execute. Having the Doom like. I don't know. It can work. Like basically the idea is you kind of play like a tracer and like look for picks and get out. But I don't know, like it doesn't work as well with the rest of everyone else because everyone else's idea again is to like spam and then retreat. But Doom can't really spam and he has to like go in and then get out. So I don't know. Like you can get the picks, it's fine, but like it's not. It doesn't really make sense with the rest of the team, I guess. Oh, but then if I mute this, I don't get game sounds at all, which is kind of important. So turn it up a little bit. All right.
Looks like we're going to see Helix Snake going.
So you got a pick here. Not sure. Where did you set up? Oh, you did the. I'm assuming you did the tower setup. So in that case, like if that's the setup, like you guys need to communicate that, and like, your tanks and stuff have to hold like kind of hard force this corner because it's gonna take them a while to get in. But like once the Doom rollout lands like in this area, it can land on the other side of the bridge as well, but it generally lands in this area, and you need to give Doom a way out. So like he goes in, you need to have a shield here so that he can like uppercut slam or uppercut punch out to the shield because otherwise he's gonna kind of get stuck in this area and they're still gonna have lines to shoot him. So I guess like when the play is for Doom to go up there, you have to be there has to be some comms to like coordinate that with the team.
Looks like we're going to.
Or no, you were playing maybe behind them because that is a weird place to land.
Best composition. Do not disagree with me or fired.
Oh, okay. No, you did do the tower rollout. You just landed on that side. Yeah, I don't know. Like you when your team's playing back here, you really can't land on this side. If you're playing Rhine Zarya and you're holding choke here, then that's absolutely fine. You need to take the rollout that lands over here, and the team has to be here to support you. This is like I don't know, like you're like flipping a coin. Like maybe you get killed, maybe you don't, but either way you die. Like there's no way for you to get out here when the team's back here. Like you sometimes get the kill and trade, you sometimes just die and feed. So like I don't like that at all.
Helix Snake going over.
So they almost let you out, but like this is what should happen when you do that fire rollout and the team's playing here. Like, yeah, like just because they almost let you out doesn't mean that it was good.
Did you see that rollout?
No, it was kind of nutty.
It's a very interesting
you did get res though, so I guess you have the mercy cell. All right, it's fine.
Dan was so aggressive there. He got a massive chunk of ult charge too. Sorry for an RP.
All right, and you're up you're up one now.
Big Willy energy, as I like to call it, for the censored version.
This is just cleanup. Everyone should run up and kill the Rhine.
The only thing that
don't leave Doom out hanging by himself.
And you can't really
then everyone else should, and then you should like all push choke again. Yeah.
Come over the building.
So then again, like once they start coming up, you want to hold this corner and kite back and do kind of the same thing, but like you should kind of take space and like force them to burn resources on the way in. You don't want to let them walk up to here for free. Kind of want to be like maybe like throw the shield up and like take an angle and shoot them, and then be backing up as they come in, and then reshield here. yeah, you want to like burn as much as possible while they're walking in.
Very beautiful.
While being safe.
And there's a couple that are like that. There's this one, and then there's one that I find kind of similar on Dorado.
Skip a little
you
bit.
go from the top doors of spawn.
Okay,
and
like
you go
this.
up over and we're getting a pick with it.
Alright, so you got a kill again. Yeah, so I do like this because like you have a way out to the high ground, and you can also like, because you slam, yeah, you could also punch out to your team. The thing is, I think you do this same rollout like 3 or 4 times in a row, and like, yes, it's gold, but at some point it's gonna be predictable, and McCree's just gonna hold flash, and you're gonna die. So like, you can do this like once or twice, like, but don't do it like every fucking roll, like every time they push through, because like they're gonna know. Like maybe Void doesn't realize, but they're like a better team's gonna know, and like even they're gonna realize at some point.
Ooh, again, Helix thing just kaboinks them. Are you talking about the one where you go from the top?
And so you get the pick. You guys can like walk forward. Like you don't want to like push into their spawn like a Ryan Zarya would. But like you can like take space and like force them back here, and you can set up the shield here, and then their next engage they're gonna have to like push and like burn more resources up here, because you're gonna have the shield down, and then you're gonna have the shield on cooldown to like reset back here. So the shield is gonna be fine. And you know, maybe like there's someone hiding here and you can pick them off or something. I think this is Reaper, I guess. But yeah, like
Doors of spawn.
Or no, it's Moira. So yeah, so like I don't know, maybe like you get the hook off before she gets the fade or something, and she just dies and they get longer stagger.
You go up over to where people usually set up bunks.
So like this, like not a big fan of this. Like the punch, I don't know. It's not. There's not gonna be like, maybe you were trying to punch the Moira, but like once she's wraithed out, like I don't know. There's just like very low reward here, and like it's pretty high risk because like they could potentially kill you here.
Yeah, that's easy. That.
No, to do it consistently.
All right. Remember, you're on defense, right? So you're winning as long as nothing's happening. Like you're just winning by default.
No,
They have to make something happen.
Going in again.
So yeah, that like punch again, like I don't know, man. Like even if they're here, it's a 50-50. Maybe you kill someone, maybe you don't. But if they're here, like if their whole team's here, most likely you die.
And Helix Snake trying to get punch after punch after punch.
Do the Doomfist things. The enemy can't counter. By all means, do what you want to do.
Do the Doomfist. You've heard of the Dinosaur? It's level 2.
In this situation, I would say just punch back to your team. I like that you didn't hard commit here, but like if you're playing with your team, you just wait 4 seconds and then you can like punch from safety again, and then uppercut slime out. If you're playing this weird off angle, like they may be able to push you, and then you know, like this is like out of immediate danger, but like if they all run in at you and they speed in, like there's a decent chance that they can kill you here, and your team's not really in a position to help. So if you just punch back out, you're completely safe, and you have all the options that you have from here as well. Still.
No.
So you have
Okay,
it.
so they don't go after you. They run out of point. So you're gonna get a free punch here, but like I don't know. That's their mistake. That's not like that doesn't make going there good.
Is this your thing since I have the curse of Q?
Oh no, my thing is.
I mean, team got a little split there. I don't know that was necessarily like.
Heard of the Dinosaur? It's level 2.
No.
So you haven't.
So-
Yeah, and you like baited Nova to go over here. I guess like you want to kite together. I feel like this is kind of like it's a little bit like unlucky. Like it's not really your fault, but like but you could have kited, like if someone called like retreat to the mini or like retreat left or something, then you could have retreated together. And I guess if you're tracking ult, but I don't know. That's kind of hard.
So is this your thing since I have the cursive Q?
Oh no, my thing is bridge MVP, and that's a 4-man.
And we're on Moira Mercy, so we don't have defensive ult. Yeah, I don't know. Unlucky Shatter.
Is gonna capitalize on beautifully with a 2K, and they're gonna start this cap going. It's bridge MVP. Don't deny it.
They have really good ult management for the most. So is this your thing since I have the cursive Q?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Try to like retreat with your Orisa. I mean, like, yeah, maybe Orisa could have been that way as well, but yeah, I don't know. It's not like anyone's in particular's fault. It's more of a comms issue.
They have really good ult management.
I think you guys get kind of staggered here.
I love seeing that.
I'm not sure if someone got backspawned.
With the kills.
No, you guys all died at the same time, so you shouldn't have gotten backspawned.
Helix.
Reaper's up top.
Leading the score right now.
So, in this situation, like, you guys are stacked at 6 again, so you want to start taking this fight. Like, I don't know, like, you guys kind of need to, like, walk forward and, like, maybe play this corner or, like, force cart or something. Like, just, you do need to, like, you can't let them just, like, get all this for free. Maybe Ash, like, coach guns up here and place here. I guess probably someone called out the Reaper top. And you guys were, like, kind of, like, trying to figure out what to do about it. But I don't know, you can't, like, the thing to do about it is not to, like, stand here still and, like, just, like, wait. Like, you either have to, like, figure out some proactive thing you can do or just go on his team and take, like, try to force this 6v5 or something.
And I think both teams are managing ults pretty well. So, and again, that comes down to sometimes who shoots it first or who shoots it too early.
Yeah, so they backed off here a little bit, right? So, like, why are you guys not all together on this corner? Maybe it's the Reaper top still, but, like, just, like, have someone watch for it, or put the Ash on the high ground here, and have her, like, look this way occasionally, and, like, she should be able to, like, shoot the Reaper as he's coming in if he goes on her, or if he's like up here and gonna drop on the team, you can call it out and, like, bob or something, or, like, just, like, call it out and everyone can, like, back off and speed out or something. But, like, this you need to, like, you can't give this space for free.
We are seeing Kazi flank in the back, so we'll see if he's gonna.
Yeah, like, everyone should be up here. You can, like, you can watch high ground from up here just as much as you can from back there. You just need to be together, and, like, playing toward cart is the right idea. You don't, like, I guess the other thing is, like, if you take a fight, like, right at these gates, you can actually get 3 fights in before caps. If you take a fight over here, then you'll get 2 fights. But if you, like, let them push all the way up here, then you'll only get, like, 1 fight, or, like, 1.5. Like, you'll barely be trickling in on the last right at the end. So, like, the earlier you can take the fight, the more fights you'll get as well.
Gonna rejoin the team, or if he's gonna go for some nutty ult.
Like, I don't know. It's hard, but you can counterpin that. Getting pinned there is pretty bad. But, you know, that's like one of those split second reaction things. I'm not sure if Zarya had bubble.
Again.
Because you should be able to, you do have more time to bubble there. Oh shit! Went back way too far.
They have really good ult management for the most part, and I love.
Score right now.
We are seeing Kazi flank.
Oh, so okay. Oh, so yeah. So this bubble.
They're managing ults pretty well. So, and again,
I imagine you're trying to get energy here. You do want to be a little bit more patient with bubbles. Like, try to let Ryan take a little bit of damage before you bubble. Don't like proactively bubble him in, because then by the time he gets in range and wants to swing, bubble's gone. I think
it comes down to sometimes who shoots it first or who shoots it too
like
early.
Maybe it could be okay if everyone's, like, speeding in and you're, like, bubbling to close the gap and letting Ryan, like, drop shield. But at this distance, like, you can't do anything with this. They can reactively not shoot because they're not currently shooting. And then, you know, there's going to be a higher value situation to use this bubble.
in the back, so we'll see if he's gonna rejoin the team or if he's gonna go for some nutty ult.
Again, so aggressive.
Yeah, like that's actually really smart on their Ryan, honestly. Like he saw the bubble come out, and he's like, oh, as soon as this thing goes down, I can charge him. And even if you do get the counter charge, because the bubble's already used, like your team's back here and their team's right here. So if you get the counter charge on, you prevent the 300 damage, but the Ryan's still gonna die. So it's kind of like the team needs to be here, and the Zarya needs to not use bubble there. And then as soon as Ryan dies, you all need to like back out.
Pins in and Batterum falls to the German Fury of
They get the high noon,
and
so
another
yeah,
high
whatever, that's fine.
I'm
not sure if you used the coal before the high noon. I see, you're trying to turn the fight with it. I don't know, I don't hate it, but if you could have saved it, it would be better. Like when your Ryan goes down, like just give the fight. It's probably better than trying to turn it around.
Falls to the German Fury of Dan, and another high
noon. Yeah, I don't know. That's like kind of a like 60-40 type. Like it's could be okay, could be bad.
Beautiful.
Hard to
Payload.
say definitively.
Payload.
So like Doom being here, like I don't know, man. Like take high ground or something. You can fight the Moira on cart. You can tell that there's only one person on cart. Like you can like slam, uppercut, like slam shot, uppercut, shot, shoot, and you can kill her. If she fades out, you're at least on cart stalling. I feel like just like being on a flank, like this is like the most useless flank position, right? Because you can't even like do anything from there. Like just at least like stay alive, yes, but like start rotating to somewhere that's gonna be useful.
Payload. Nutty ult.
Again, so
like,
aggressive. He pins in.
I'm not sure where the DPS are.
Batterum falls to the German Fury of Dan. And
yeah, if I go over here, I don't know where Doom is. Like,
Doom's
ulting right now. But I guess you were in here. Okay.
Again,
that's
so
not
aggressive. He pins in and Batterum falls to the German Fury of
fine, I guess.
Dan. And another high noon. Lixney gets two. And then a third with the primary fight.
I don't know. Just try to play with the team more. Like
leading the score right now.
Oh, I guess you were off hunting the Reaper.
And I think both teams
like,
are managing ults pretty well.
Unless you get the punch off, Reaper kind of
who shoots it first or who shoots it too early.
Shits on Doom. Like it's unfavorable unless you get the initial punch.
In the back, so we'll see if he's gonna
but I guess if you're like just keeping him off. Okay, so
run the team or if he's gonna go for some nutty.
I don't know. Like, I think in this situation, like just like take the fight, take the 6v5. Like don't like try to match the Reaper. Unless you like really know that maybe I mean maybe he's off screen and he's like right there. But like if you're like hunting him down, then don't just play with the team.
Ult.
Again, so aggressive. He pins in.
It all happens off screen, so it's hard to say.
Fury of Dan. And another high noon.
Yeah, but just reset here, like jump off or whatever.
With the primary fire. Again, beautiful.
Payload. Payload. But yes, his
I do want to kind of see a position here.
He's getting.
So we have 5 here. You're all together. You can push out. Again, like being here, like maybe if you were like up on the bridge, like getting slime, or maybe if you're like come up and like be in this doorway, you can like punch someone or something.
Very fast, and he knows how to place them. He knows when to do it from behind his own shield, and he also knows when to.
All right, so team pushes out. Better get split though.
Payload. But yes, his McCree ults, he's getting them very fast, and he knows how to place them. He knows when.
So you're all here. Looks like Nova's going top. I don't know if maybe that was a called rotation, but because they're here, you do kind of need to deal with this. You can't just like run because they're gonna just run up behind you, and they have them Kree. They can shoot you in the back.
To do it from behind his own shield, and he also knows when to circle around and do it. And we're still holding on to.
Yeah, and like this is still doing nothing. like maybe like you could even honestly you could even bob this. Like if you put it like, I mean it's a little bit risky because he might run off the edge. But if you can like put him on this edge or just like throw him on this wall or something, like he's shooting them in the back and your front line's here. So I don't know. Like it's fine to have the plan of like going up top and then like dropping behind them, but if you see them here, you do have to react to it. You have to kind of adjust plans on the fly. Like once you see them holding really close here, and this is smart by them, by the way. Like they're trying to push cart and like stuff you guys here. It's smart. They should be doing this, and you should maybe like expect it, or at least like have that as an option in your mind that they're going to be holding close, so you're going to have to push into them, or at least like push enough to get them to back off or whatever.
Kazi's ult, and with the way people trickle here, could be huge.
Yeah, so Nova's up here, dueling a Reaper. Not a winnable fight. I think Ash and Moira over here. And this is Zarya?
Yeah, they just find bad rep again. And they're...
Yeah, so like your backline rotated top, your tank stayed down, and then you got split and then died. And I don't know where the fuck Helix is.
There we go, another pin onto John Hawks this time. Vladimir tried to equalize with the kill onto Kazi, but it's not going to be enough.
Okay, so I'm guessing this was like the plan, but like again, like they're holding here, you gotta adjust to that. If you all walk up, they're just gonna roll you from behind. And then like once that happens, like I mean I guess you're gonna get a contest here, but like don't stick to the plan no matter what. Like if something changes, if the situation changes, you have to react to it.
But they just keep on pushing. Look at where they are right now. Coming in on me. Oh, another pin on.
Wait,
and we're still holding on to Kazi's ult, and with the way people trickle here, could
I mean
be
this
huge.
is like the
they just find
longest flank in the world. Like imagine that whole time you could have been up here, like from when the car was back all the way over there. You could have been up here. You could have been like engaging, like you could have been like taking this 1v1, or like you could have been in position already. But now you have to use your movement to get here, and then you have nothing. You have to wait for like 4 seconds, a couple more seconds for punch, and then like probably like 5 or 6 more seconds for slam and well, I guess you wouldn't use upcut in there, so you have like 6 more seconds left on slam.
bad rep again. And there we go, another pin onto John Hawks this time. Vladimir tried to equalize with the kill onto Kazi, but it's not going to be enough. But they just keep on pushing. Look at where they are right now. Coming in on me. They came from behind. Bob comes in. He will take.
It's a little unlucky that Bob caught on the McCree. I'm assuming he wanted to put it on point. But
Lickney out. He will be shooting onto the payload.
Still not a bad position. If you have dynamite, this is great dynamite.
There's Brian Hustle.
Okay, nice.
Swinging on to that. The sound man will be there. And there we.
Whiffed shatter, and then hit the shatter on the Rhine. Okay, so you are all back, so this kind of worked out in a weird way.
But that one will with
maybe a little bit of target focus here. I don't know if people are shouting this. Maybe I should be shooting here.
Remand on both pace and coming up the way. We'll find Nova. Dan will find bad rep in this camp.
That's a little bit risky. Like, I don't know if this is a winnable fight at this point. You already lost 2. Yeah, it's like 4v6. But maybe if you like force out their ults here, that's fine. But like, in general, this is probably losing, and you want to save Cole for next fight. But I don't know. It's like kind of one of those like 50-50 situations. And then like the grab, I think you grabbed because the Cole was up, but like you don't have the people here. Like your damage is mostly dead. There's not enough to like get these kills.
That's right. Damage in, trying to save this point, but it's not going to be enough.
But they did Cole also.
As well.
I mean, like grab for Cole is kind of bad. If you like traded Cole for Cole, that's fine.
Again, a pin.
But like,
so aggressive from that.
You really want to grab and have a combo, or like have 6 people live to kill it.
I have no words.
Alright, so they're pushing up aggressively. This is good. There's a split by them. You guys didn't get forward spawn, so that's good. You're not split. Otherwise,
okay,
they
so
could like pick
a
off
big
people here.
reason that I think EWP had trouble holding that, hold it for a good bit. Is when you
Host is
have
lagging here a bit.
like that.
Okay, yeah. So you guys need to group. You're grouped up here, and then you can start pushing. Or you can hold this corner, I guess. This is a little hard to push into because there's like no additional cover. So I guess I don't know if you have speed and someone's out of position like this area, you can speed and kill her. Otherwise, holding this corner is totally fine too. So you kind of have options. I guess this is the default hold here. If someone's like too far up and you have speed, you can call that and speed it to engage and kill that person, and then take the rest of the 65.
And then they come out after a couple people from your team have died. You made your team fight 4v6.
I guess Reaper got in the back line.
And
was
then
called
now your
out.
team's
He
fighting.
raced out. Right. Oh, they got a big shatter here.
Especially one of those people.
And there it is!
Yeah,
That's what I call
that's a good shatter by them.
the Kaiser level shatter with a high noon.
And then it was close enough that they got the cap off that.
And there it is!
People from your team.
So I guess if you guys were ult tracking, I mean, well, I don't know. It's kind of hard because he like literally just got it too. If you were ult tracking, you could know that maybe you would know that he's close. I think that's pretty difficult. But if you did know, then you could have like if you can tell bad rep that, or if bad rep can track that and know, then you can play more defensively and shield more. But if you don't know he has shatter, then I don't think there's much you can do about this, to be honest.
Died. You made your team fight 4v6, and then now your team's fighting 4v6.
Yeah, by the way,
especially one of those people.
And there it is!
Yeah. You should sub to this channel and not have ads. Oh.
That's what I call the Kaiser level.
Alright, so they cap it off of that. Let's go through the pause.
Right, yeah, highly respected.
And look at the tech. Alright.
Unless I have to.
Well, no, it's definitely the most high
So, tanks, your Reinzaria, they are double shield. You want to try to get to a point or take the brawl fight as soon as possible. They're trying to cut you. So, I like the wall, although it's a little early. Like, the team's not there yet. So, like, I like the idea of using a wall here and then rotating this way. If you just wait a little bit longer, then like you would all be here, and then these people who are like inting, because their goal is to like kite and then like and draw resources while kiting. They're just like feeding. If you're all here, then they die.
Up, getting ready to throw
but it's a little bit too early.
Behind the bucket.
You guys are super split. They get a good wall off.
I'm not taking any damage.
And because of that, you guys die.
There they held the and
everyone else backs off, which is good. So just reset. Unlucky, didn't know they had a May. They got a good wall. Like, it's fine.
Sometimes luck happens, and then you just kind of roll with it. But
all right. And then the Ferris wipe, I like a lot. You know their comp now. They have no counters. Like
it was a very well thrown nade.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Orangey was doing those the entire. They got 3.
So one thing, as fair, you can fly up and like just check the corners and make sure May's not there. If she is, you can like when you're ready, when your team's ready to go in, you can just boop her like so that it fucks up her wall. I guess you have to be a little bit careful because of the spam, but like that's generally the idea.
They immediately switch off. Seeing how it
Reaper no Wraith. That's catchable if you. Oh, but you guys don't have a Lucy anymore, so maybe not. All right, but that's fine.
Start holding W. That's a huge wall though, separating bad rep. There's good communication.
It's a good wall, but like you guys can just walk around it. Right? Like it would have been if it was like attached here. I like this. You're focusing the target, and then after that you can just walk through shields. Yeah, it's great.
Clicks the fall though. The bear brains help from above a little bit more. Another pull.
I don't know why he wraithed, but good for you, I guess.
Bring the team together. Not going to really be doing much as Felix is just in that back line.
Walking forward, walking forward. Yeah, this all seems good. When you notice this, definitely call it out and turn on him because you saw him use Wraith, so you know he has no Wraith. He's definitely killable.
Getting tons of damage right now already. Getting that.
I mean, okay, let's see where the Zarya bubble went.
Barrage, batter a little bit more. Another
No, I mean,
team
wait.
Start holding W. That's a huge wall though, separating bad rep. There's good communication from the rest of the team.
Oh, the
Clicks the
lag.
fall though. The bear brains help from above a little bit more.
Okay, yeah. So this is too early again. Like, I think.
Start holding W. That's
Where did the first
they
bubble
got
go?
3 last night. Just enough. They immediately switch off, seeing how it did.
The bubble. I think this is okay. Although I think the Reaper was already wraithing, so like, there's not really that much danger here. Like aside from the spam, but full health. So I don't know. This will probably get you energy, but like, I don't know. I guess it's okay as an energy bubble. But if you can hold this, it might be slightly better. But I guess I think this is fine. I guess the one other thing is like you guys should really path this way because they remember their goal is to spam you out. Your goal is to force point or force brawl. So you just want to go this way. Like, you just want to rotate to point. Like there's no point in letting them spam you while you cross this distance, especially because you don't have a Lucio, so you can't really even like get there that fast. You have to walk at normal pace. Yeah, so just go this way. Like no reason to go this way. Okay.
Start holding W. That's
like if you saw that bubble, like right when you come around the corner, you could bubble.
a huge wall though, separating bad rep. There's good communication from the rest.
I do like this that you're like stacking on your Rhine to like try to body block for him. And they actually don't target folks very well, so or they needed to like kind of rush in maybe. Oh, and you got me. So that's good.
Clicks the fall though. The bear
And
brains
then,
help from above a little bit more.
Yeah, again, like this. I think what probably happened is like it came off cooldown and you're like, oh, let me use it right away. But if you can, I know it's hard like mid fight, but if you can hold this and like just like this bubble will get you some energy. It saves Ryan a little bit of health, but like there's not that much of a threat to him right now, and you're up 1. He can just hide behind this corner. He has shield, like he can. There's not gonna be anything that kills him. And the bubble really like you really kind of want it to enable him to swing. So like you want to like hold it for like 3 or 4 more seconds, and like once he gets in brawl range, then bubble him and like either bubble off the freeze or just like let him drop shield and swing.
Another pull to bring the team together. Not going to really be doing much as Felix is just in that back line.
I like this. I think Fair should be over here as well. You just want to be on a little bit more of a flank, I think. Like here if they're looking at your team, they're also kind of looking at you. I mean, like you're like in the air a bit, and like it's not like you're not like right on the Rhine. Like so, yeah, it's like it's better than like playing like here or like like I don't know. Like it's better than being in the open over here. But it could be better. You could be here on high ground with Mercy, or you could be playing like maybe like this side of tower using tower as cover, or like I guess like even if like being high up in there over here is like that's like less good than here or here, but it's still like at least you're safer than here, and you have more angles on their backline. I mean you do have good angles here as well, but like it's just really dangerous. Like they can definitely kill you here, like rock or just Sigma volley plus like a shot from Reaper or something.
Getting tons of damage right now already.
Okay, so you're up in the air over here now. I think that's fine. Oh, I was meant to look
Their
out
brains help them out a little bit more. Another pull to bring the team together. Not going to really be doing much. As Felix is just in that back line, getting tons of damage right now. Already getting that barrage. Better.
I mean, I guess what happened was like turning on the Reaper.
A bit more. Another pull to bring the team together. Not going to really be
Reaper
doing
popped
much.
up here.
As Felix is just in that back
Yeah, so shielding.
line.
The Reaper shooting. I guess you kind of have to trust your team to take care of the Reaper. Like just call out like Reaper behind or something, or but like you can't really turn because there's more damage here than from the Reaper. So if you turn, like you're gonna get blown up. Okay, wait. So the Reaper just hard commits, I guess. Yeah, I mean like here's like where that bubble that was used back here. Like you probably have like 3 or 4 seconds left on it, the cooldown. But here's like where the bubble is really good, right? Like you enable Ryan to swing, and you get like 40 energy off of it because he's swinging. They have to like kind of shoot him, otherwise he just gets free swings. And it like kills the Reaper or whatever. So
Getting tons.
Okay, so you were shielding this way. The like, you know, these probably like Zarya, Ashe, Pharah need to be focusing this right here. He doesn't have a Wraith. You saw him use it this way, so or like back there, you saw him Wraith this way. Like he can definitely die here, and Bad Rep's job is to block this. He can't deal with this at all.
Of damage right now. Already getting that barrage. Batter will fall to Kazme though. That's the pick that they needed. The Resurrect will be there though.
Oh, so the res happens.
Although that's plenty of free damage for them.
You have barrage. You're up 1 still. McCree's walking back.
Until he is up and running, which he now is.
Okay, they pop Cole. Don't really have.
Cole is there for the defense. Beaming.
We're just trying to survive here.
Every single target that
they just went off the Cole.
It's very hard for them to create the button here. Cole end up living. Cole
But you Cole now. Theirs is out. I guess now you have to like kind of engage aggressively.
Attack as well. Defensive one will end right as it's.
Fair needs to shoot McCree because that's your counter. Once you like force him out, you don't even have to kill him if you like land like a direct and like some splash, and he has to maybe like go grab the mini. Then you're free to like fuck up these people. But while he's here, like this is the only threat to you, and he's in a pretty good position. So you have to deal with this first.
Stars Orangey will get much more value already. Helix Cat.
I mean, I do appreciate that you're shooting the Reaper, but this is more important right now.
Ball quickly will destroy the enemy Pharah, however. As the attack starts to overwhelm, but there's that Blossom is gonna fight through the pin, taking out the Eichenwalde.
Oh, that Shatter, no. Their team's dead. You grab Pharah Barrage next fight, so okay, this is good. Not using grab here, but yeah, the Shatter is it's too late.
It's a Shatter as well.
Panic Shatter.
Bad Rep on fire, but Clixty decides no, you're not allowed.
You know, when you're
skip a
took
little
a
bit.
shot at the McCree. So if you don't take care of the people that are countering you, and that's a big one. McCree is absolutely deadly to Pharah. This is not a secret. You have to kill him.
Alright, nice. I don't know if you guys called this out, but that is something that is kind of important to turn and deal with. I guess only Pharah can see it probably, so that's fine. Reaper's not gonna be able to kill Pharah. You guys again, like you do want to rotate left here, like closing this gap, like kind of lets them kite. If you go this way, you'll be able to get closer to point before they can start shooting you. So you do want to go this way, and then like Pharah, like once this is dealt with, either forced out or killed, Pharah can like come this way and like play this corner and like shoot them from this side while the teams push in this side. But like, yeah, you don't want to push in this way, because you don't have a Lucio. Like you just this is like playing into what they want to do. This way is playing into what you want to do.
Anything as Pharah for the most part, especially when that McCree is so good at focusing you.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
I guess you're playing like kind of slow to because you don't want to walk through shield. And then McCree got stunned, so or rather Reaper got stunned, so I guess the DPS are split over here. But I don't know. You guys do kind of have to follow this, and then like keep an eye out for the Reaper in the backline. Like if he like walks this way, but like you don't want to like chase the Reaper and get split. Like either I guess either everyone go that way or like just like play around the tanks, but like keep an eye out and like force the Reaper out from range. Let's go back a little bit and watch that, I guess.
You have to kill him if you're gonna do anything as Pharah for the most part, especially when that McCree is so good at focusing you.
I used Wraith too. Okay, so this is McCree and this is Moira. Okay, and Mercy and Fair are up in the sky over here, I think. This is Mercy.
Yeah.
Okay, so no Wraith here. Oh, okay, so I guess the flash happens here. I don't know if like
Not a secret. You have to kill him
Pharah
if you're gonna do anything
oh, Pharah dropped and didn't see the Reaper.
as Pharah for the most.
I see. Okay, so no one knows he's here right now.
Especially when that McCree is so.
But okay, I think when the team does push this way, I think it is fine for Fair to go the opposite way. I do think it's better for the team to wrap that way and for the Fair to play this angle. But either way, being on the flank is good. You can spam into the back line. It's just a little unlucky that no one saw or heard the Reaper.
So good at focusing you.
And then I think that ends up getting you guys split.
Oh, excuse me. There's gonna be a barrage
kind of.
Valkyrie coming as well. Grabbed on Surge.
Okay, but you got the grab off, and the Reaper didn't get anything done while that was happening. So the barrage happens.
It's coming in! He's gonna drop the you! Getting
yeah, so let's check out the death here.
There's gonna be a barrage.
This is like a clean lane for the grav. I guess you're getting in position. Like, yeah, I think like the grav was like that was a great play. Getting coalesced and just added coalescence? Oh no, probably the McCree. I don't know. I guess you kind of have to like shield this way, maybe go to the corner. I'm not sure where Moira is.
Do anything as Pharah for the most part, especially when that
maybe out of
is so good at
juice. You're
focusing.
holding left click for really long. Just okay. So Grav's coming this way. Oh, I guess Reaper got called out. Everyone turned briefly.
There's gonna be a barrage.
But your win condition is the grab barrage, so definitely like this doesn't really matter. If you get the grab barrage here and these 5 die, like he's not gonna be able to kill 5. So like, I don't know. Like, I think it's fine for McCree to contest the Reaper, but like everyone else should try to not like pay attention to him in this situation. I don't know. That's like kind of hard to do like in the middle of a game, but like that ideally that's what would happen. Is like your win condition, grab barrage. You just look for that. Like Ryan is in front of Zarya to help her get in to grab. Maybe the McCree like tries to fend off the Reaper. If they trade or if McCree dies, if Reaper gets McCree and you guys get these 5, like that's totally fine. But yeah, so Ryan went backward and got shot from the back, and I don't know, just like go forward.
It's coming!
And I guess I don't know.
Especially
Moira,
when McCree
I
is
feel like
so
Moira
good
wasn't
at
healing,
focusing
but
you.
maybe out of heal because you had to heal a lot on the way in. Heal orb. Oh, faded. More faded out that way. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe out of heals as well.
Grabbed on Surge.
It's coming in! He's gonna drop
Anyways,
the
this
you!
worked out. You have the res anyway,
5 kills!
and yeah, so
Page to start the first line,
it's great.
Yeah. Like,
and it's all super colorful and beautiful, and it's like a
So like pushing out here is good. 1% cart. You don't want to be like basically you just want to like kind of hold this corner, and like basically you'll get the push to the door, and then you'll get the cart through door by holding this corner. If they all spawned and they're starting to push you, then you're down 1 because 1's on the cart, right? So then you do want to kite back, but you kind of want to like, you're just like taking this space as long as possible, forcing them to burn resources to take it back from you, and then just buying time for the cart to push.
That.
Because this is free as long as you don't die, but you have to make sure you don't die.
Wow, that's
So
upsetting.
this is good. Fair can come over, or like maybe even play like up here. Like I think you're behind the wall here. Just like you have so much mobility, you can play up here, and this gives you better spam as well. And Mercy can be with you here and like still be able to watch the tanks.
Listen to all that time to hear you say Q.
I had. It was a team kill, and it was
This Doom rollout. Okay, so I guess because there's a Doom behind now, you do kind of want to start kiting back, and also like their team's all here, so you want to be like pulling back a bit. You don't have to hold this at all costs. It's more that like you're forcing them to burn resources, and like you're forcing them resources to burn resources to take the space by being here, but you do want to like kind of give the space a little bit.
No, I'm not biased at all. I just want to.
Where is the Sigma ulting from? McCree's in here. Okay, they just push with Sig ult. I mean, you know, one of the weaknesses of this setup is that you don't have a defensive ult. Moira ult, like, I don't know, it doesn't really save against this. Like, it can be okay, but I guess only the tanks are caught in it, so maybe it's fine. But it's not like it's not always optimal to respond to Sig ult with Moira ult. I think in this situation is actually fine though.
Pharaoh, this guy,
and then this bubble, like, you don't want to bubble on the way up. You want to bubble. You want to like you go up, and then there's like a second or two. I think it's like a second that you're up in there, and then you drop down. Right. You want to bubble when on the drop down because I guess the exception being if they're like hard focusing someone and you think that person's gonna die in the air, then you should bubble them. But if you bubble on the way down or like just before the drop happens, then the bubble will catch the 50% HP damage, and especially like if you bubble like Ryan or a tank, or like self bubble, you prevent a lot of damage, and that's like kind of the best way to counter the Sigma ult, because that's the biggest burst. On the way up, Sig ult does 50 damage, and then it's whatever they shoot in. But like the big burst is at the end during the drop.
Him instead. There is the Sigma ult though. Not gonna do much, but
Okay, so you stay alive. You're still even here.
try and find some more.
Oh, this Moira ult needs to kill this this Bongo. Like they dropped it while this is still up. A little unlucky you got cut off by the car, but like this just has like that's absolutely #1 priority. Aside from like if someone's about to die, then heal them. But like this is like #2, I guess.
I'm gonna let you finish.
So because they have this up, and like you have no way to kill it, you can't really. I guess like Fair can shoot it, but like it's really hard for you to push into them, because they have 5 people all getting 50% damage boost. Like I don't know, you have to like kind of play corners or play behind cart or like just kite. You just kind of have to kite this.
But
Oh no, go for it. This is an excellent team fight.
I was making.
Okay, so you guys are backing up, but you're down 2, so because or you're down 1 because I think the May's walking from spawn and McCree's walking from spawn. So they push, which is smart of them.
Reference to
I think they clean up here.
There, in case you couldn't tell.
Yeah. So when the Bongo came out, when the Colossus ran out and wasn't able to kill it, you guys just have to start like playing like maybe like here or like just starting to back up, because you're even and they have Bongo, so you're kind of down, I guess. You have to wait it out and then re-engage.
And the attack will crumble to the power of.
Also, you have spawn advantage while the cart's up here, so
If
you'll get
want
your
to see
6
a
back
Doomfist
before they
kill a
get their
Pharah,
6.
Consistently. There is a Doomfist in the Discord that can consistently kill my ass as a Pharah.
It's
And we're not gonna
me.
get into this. No, but it is a thing. It happens, and I've just come to accept it. It is absolutely a
Skip a little bit.
Helix Snake, not allowed to.
beautiful Pharaohs, though, and that is one that's always fun to watch.
And junk.
Wall comes out. This is fine. I'm not sure where the team is.
That's a huge.
Happens, and I've just come to accept
Or like
it.
why we're not pushing. I mean, I feel like with the McCree and like these tanks really benefiting from Lucio, you should like consider swapping these already. I think like going one more push is fine, like you're kind of close to ults, but like I think you guys do end up staying on this too long.
It is absolutely a beautiful sight to see certain characters kill.
But, okay, so Ryan's rolling out. Like, I assume you guys are gonna play here, which is fine. But everyone else needs to roll out with Ryan.
So, and that is one that's always fun.
So, there's 3 here. I'm not sure where McCree is, but just like stack on the Ryan, like play behind a shield. Their McCree is playing this high ground, but you can, if you're like right behind the shield, then you're fine. And then once you get over here, you hide behind cart or like hide on this side, and McCree can't really shoot you. And Farah can spam him and make him back off.
To watch.
This is a good wall. Mori got caught by it. She can go around. I'm not sure where McCree is still.
That's a huge wall wrap.
I love.
Okay, there's McCree. Where's he
Junk
lost
rat
the Farah? Oh, there. Oh, nope. Okay. I'm not sure where Mercy went. Just make sure you have the Mercy with you when you're like. You do need to fight this, but like, just make sure you have the Mercy with you. The other thing is like, it might be better to like walk here, like walk close and maybe like jump hover jet to here, and then jump jet up and like take the angle on him. If you fly up here, then he can shoot you the whole time you're flying up. If you're like walking in bottom, he has to like expose himself to shoot you while you're on the ground. And then if he doesn't do that, then like when you jump up here, he has much less time to shoot you on your way up. Also, like, don't get split from Mercy, I guess. But I don't know, it happens sometimes.
Oh, Clixie just again. Helix.
They use Cole, you're down 1. Probably try to back up or
Not
kite
allowed
this.
to breathe at the moment.
Down to...
Dan again, the absolute Giga Chad kill.
Yeah, I mean, he's just getting free damage here. There's not much this can do about it.
No, I think I could be hype watching.
And it's preventing the Farah from doing much, so...
Everything is possible if you believe. You know, Void is doing a really, really
Alright, but
good
you have
job
4
holding.
ults,
I think
almost
a
5
big
ults
issue
coming
here
up.
for EWP though is they're just not being aggressive enough. They're kind of just sitting there and they're just letting.
Cree's still playing high ground. Yeah, so like, again, I guess with this, like, you guys can't play the shield game. You guys have to go through the shield. And, like, in order to do that effectively, like, you guys need to be stacked up on the Rhine. And ideally, you're going to want a Lucio. I mean, so I guess it's like kind of a comms thing. Like, Ryan should wait for the team. The team also needs to prioritize being on the Rhine. Like, you just need to play together. And then you can kind of use this cart for cover a little bit, like while these people are grouping up on you. And like that way you take less damage. I don't think the cart's gonna push much because the Ursa is about in range, so you're not gonna like standing behind cart here forever is gonna be kind of useless. But like you want to stack up before you go. And maybe like grab a Reaper or something instead of the McCree. McCree's like okay, but when you're really just when the idea is really just to push through them, then Reaper's better. Like he has more close range damage and self sustain, and he has an escape. McCree has a stun and right click with slower reload, so it's just not as good, and he can get bursted. He doesn't have self sustain. He doesn't have an escape.
Letting the enemy team just pick at them.
Yeah, so this is like kind of being too passive as a team. I'm not sure where the Farah is. I again, like Pharah could like roll out main with the team and then jump jet up and like try to contest McCree with the McCree for the high ground. Having the Mercy on you when you jump up jet up here, you should win that. Like he has to hit like 2 headshots in a row or something like that, or a headshot and a body shot. And while you're like spamming him with rockets, you just have to hit a direct and like high damage splash, or even like 2 splash rockets with damage boost will kill him. So Pharah should absolutely be controlling the high ground, and the team can be like walking through here.
Especially that McCree, and they're having such a hard time.
Okay, so this like you guys have to LOS it. It's hard because he has high ground. You might be able to hide behind this wall. I'm not sure if you're like against the wall on this side if it's gonna cover it or not, because he's like up here. But you can't use shield. You can maybe use cart even if you like stand behind it and crouch, but you can't use Rhine shield because McCree's ult charges damage really fast now. They changed that like 3 patches ago or something, and his first shot, if he holds it for like 3 seconds, maybe 4 seconds, his first shot's gonna break Rhine shield, and then all the remaining shots are gonna kill people. So like you can't play behind Rhine shield because it will only block 1 shot.
Oh, that's a big one.
So that's unlucky, but you just have to wipe here.
The back Kazame kills Vladimir as well.
I'm not sure about the Valk here. Like, Valk is definitely not going to prevent High Noon. Maybe you popped it before Valk or before.
Not being aggressive enough. They're kind of just sitting there, and they're just letting the enemy team just pick at them, especially.
Okay, yeah, you used a push and then he reacted. Yeah, I mean, you know, but again, like, even like, I assume this was calmed. If it wasn't, like, it should be. But if it's calmed, like, it should be like damage boost on these people. They run through shield and kill people. Like, you can't, like, no reason to Valk just for Pharah, because like, you can, like, it's only 1 target then, and you can just do that normally. You want a Valk to boost these people, and they need to be ready for Valk and like push through.
That McCree, and they're
but I mean, they counter ulted, like, it's good play by them. It's not that much you can do about it. He's in a good position. Like, you guys are kind of stuck out in the open here. I guess pathing wise, like, another option. So instead of like holding on cart and like pushing this way, you can hide behind cart, and then when it stops because the Orisa's too close, you can use this corner and like fight the Orisa, and like kind of the rest of the team won't have as much sight lines to shoot you, and then you can like engage through shield this way. Like, it's a little bit more, it like prevents more damage on the engage, going this way than this way. So this might be a little bit better.
That McCree, and they're having such a hard time countering.
Okay, but anyway, they clean up.
Do something about the McCree, then they're
in like
condition.
So I'm glad you swapped off the Mercy here, because now you have speed boost to like make that engage, without like, you know, walking speed. I guess you're really trying to force the barrage, or like you really want to use the barrage, but like, I don't know, like without the Mercy, it's be really hard for you to force the McCree off high ground, and without forcing him off high ground, it's gonna be really hard for you to get a barrage that gets value. It does end up working out here, but like, I think it's like
really
these comboed, but like it's just not that. It's like unlikely to work. Like, it can, but it's like disadvantaged. Okay, so Ryan draws attention, and then you get the barrage, and we pop coal too. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, I think. And like, notice how like the speed, like, you got into them before the McCree could get any value, right? Like, let's watch that again. I don't. The camo wasn't really on it. But, like, he's like trying to shoot things
like this.
Yes.
Here's the speed amp. Everyone runs in. You run through shield. It lets you cross this gap, and you get there. You get on top of them, and that's what this comp wants. Right, and you're taking this angle this time. The McCree has nothing to shoot. Like, well, I mean, like, I guess these guys are a little bit open, but like, you have this cover from McCree. He can't do as much by you guys going this way and taking this corner and using speed.
Right now, there's a Shatter Barrage gonna come in. Helix Dick finds Helix Cat, even though the Shatter didn't do much. The Barrage most certainly did. Coalescence as well, getting 2. Orangey.
So this is just clean up.
Down, cleaning up.
And then
They do only have a minute, and I mean, we even saw in the
I guess
last round, you can
McCree,
hold
just ran out
this
and
door
got
for a
out,
long
so
time,
that's
but
fine.
you can also
Holding this
take
door
the
is good.
after it's been held for
You
a
should
long
probably
time.
post someone on this side as well, or I guess like from here you can see if they're which way they're going. But you just want to hold the door like by standing right here on the corner. Zarya should be near Ryan. She can maybe poke and try to get energy like early bubbles before they're close. But you want to like stand right here, just like force them to walk into your hammer if they want to come out.
So
like right there was good. This is a little too far. Maybe you're like not sure which way they're going, but someone should be scouting for that. Like Farah or Lucio can sit here and like look a little bit and like get out of the way if they start shooting. Or Reaper can like play the corner and like wraith out, like play the inside door or the left door here and wraith out, or just like I don't know, find some way to like scout while being safe. So they don't coming out this side.
Yes.
Which I don't know. If like someone was looking, you should be able to see that, or at least know that they're not this side, so they must be this side. And then have like Reaper like posted here or something. So they get out the door.
Will be the MVP.
They beat.
Here, there's a sound barrier.
Where's Farah this whole time?
We'll see what happens.
Oh, spamming this door. Okay.
Yes.
So I think Farah should be like, there's some value to spam, but like if you're playing up here, then like when they come out, you're gonna be behind them, and I think you'll get a lot more value that way. So just like play above the chokes that they have to come out of. And also if you're like holding, like if you're like play on this platform and they're like hovering near the window, you can like scout to see which way they're coming as well. Playing back here, like yes, you can get shots in, but like it's 50-50 on which side they're on, and they have shields. They have 2 shields, right? So like even if you're shooting the right doorway, if you're spamming the right doorway, like you're probably not going to get much other than like damage on 6 shield, which it's not nothing, but like it's not that valuable. And kind of like the torp turret, I guess. Like you want to be doing damage where it's valuable for like what your comp wants to do. Just spamming like it's not bad, but it's not good either. Oh, huge boop.
Will be the MVP here. There's a sound barrier for them, but Quixney immediately falls.
They're up 1. I think maybe a little bit of target focus here. Bongo first, and then call target. Okay, so Bongo's down, but there's like one fight here, like kind of like I don't know. It's all kind of scattered. Farah's like out in the distance, and like oh no, Farah's up here actually. And Moira's like on her own fight as well. Just make sure you call targets, and like make sure you listen to target calls.
Giga Chat's at it again.
Yeah, there's like everyone's like shooting different directions.
There's another kill out of Diary.
Moira's split can't heal the team, although they're not low, so I guess.
Almost we saw Nova fall off, but nope.
Huge boops. How do you lose this? Do you not lose this? I guess you don't lose this. Shatter.
Shatter.
I feel like that should have hit the ball, but
didn't. Almost we saw Nova fall off, but nope.
Honestly though, like if you just shatter the Moira, that's like good enough, and then you can like kill her. I don't know how this. Oh, he was up in the air. That's unlucky.
Is gonna live for so long, but will eventually fall to a coalescence. Wall will be there to try and keep them alive. There's tons of damage right now for the defense. And there's another boop attempt, but that will be isolated and falling to Vladimir. Quixney will fall super low, but they will manage to live a little bit longer and find Orangey in this fight. Batter up with a 10 kill.
John Hawk just came out through this door, I guess, so that's why you're running back. Yeah, that's fine.
Will be into OT at this moment. Sigma will be there as well. High noon following it up. Batter up falling.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the target focus is a little off, but you guys are winning this, so let's just clean up this point. Good job staying on point.
and Sigma will fall by a Raven. This hero. The Doofus Punch, though, he's gonna knock them out of the way. There's the barrage. It's gonna take out Elix. Cat the Frog has been blown to smithereens.
That wins the fight. Plus, like, this last point is bad para point, so
I know they
totally
have,
makes
but I'm
sense to me
still
there,
a
to barrage.
During a period of inactivity, they roost in trees or caves. Some species roost alone, while others form colonies up to 1 million individuals.
Dude, that's sweet.
little hurt in my heart that the Zarya died with ult in overtime. But the team was able to take the point, which is great because we're gonna maybe see him outside. But it was a good push. I know. Gonna be dispatching planes on like 2 hours, yo.
Alright, so, again, you guys can't win the spam shield war. You have to walk through. I think it's okay to wait a little bit. Just like push the card a little bit more. But you are gonna have to go through this. You do need to be stacked up to do that, and you need to speed to do that. And right now you have Grav, like, basically you group up, speed through, Grav, Reaper ult, something like that, or maybe even like Grav, just maybe only Grav Coalesce and have Rhine swing into it. In that case, you want to save, make sure you save bubble for when you Grav, because you have to you need a bubble Rhine to let him swing, and that would be a good way to build up Shatter again too.
Has me on Soldier here, actually.
So you're backing up here. I mean, I guess they're cutting as well, but like speed in. That's how this comp beats this comp. You have to get on top of them. If you take the range battle, they win. And like, I guess maybe, I don't know if this call was calmed, but like you should call this out as well, because that lets everyone know that like Lucio needs to be on speed and have amp or like save amp. Just be like, hey, I'm gonna call, let's go aggressive, and then like, and everyone knows to W. And Reaper can do something like, as you guys are walking in, Reaper can TV behind and take the back angle and like shoot them. If they turn on him, then Reaper races out, and all five. But while they're doing that, these 5 people get damaged and they get on top. So yeah, I don't know. I guess like this is the right idea with the call. It just has to be like the whole team has to know the plan.
Farah's a lot harder
but you're gonna get there
to
anyway.
play
So
in here, so I understand the switch from that side. I don't.
okay. Yeah. So the like you kind of get there anyway, but like instead of like being here when the call ends, you could be like in them, like you could be like exactly where you want to be, rather than being kind of like close but not quite.
I don't know if he's
There's the Graph Blossom! Dan falls first. The guys named Wolf realize that's the kill. The bad rep Coalescence will be there as well. Sound Barrier kind of just stacking squirrels at the moment.
double sound barrier.
Double Sound Barrier. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even hear the second one go off.
It's just kind of a scrappy fight, I guess. Maybe a little bit of target focus. Oh, that's good. Okay, so then I guess Reaper's next call.
Good. It looks like the attack might win
be
this
like,
one, or the defense might win this one. Dan finds Nova. At this point, we see the Bongo come out as well.
Bongo always
Soldier
important.
as well.
Nice Shatter, and you should be able to clean this up off that.
The last one left in the moment.
Oh,
Excuse me, as the Colossus comes in, John Hawk's getting kill after kill after kill. Pin will be there. Helix Tech finds Kazmate. This will be the Sigma ultimate. It's gonna be massive, fighting almost half the enemy team. Orgy will come with Magenta though.
Alright, yeah, so they used ults to stall the overtime, and they just like swap stall characters. If you, yeah, there's not a whole lot you could do there. I think this whole push was fine. Just like maybe being a little bit faster on that engage. Yeah, just have like more of a chance of like ensuring you win that. You won it anyway, but like it's just slightly better.
Very advantageous.
And I don't know, like maybe, I mean, who knows? Like if you like take the fight a little bit faster, maybe you can end with like a couple seconds left, and then you get a push as well, instead of just defending for draw. But I mean, I don't know. I think that's probably like pretty unlikely. So I think it's fine.
I misspoke there. I'm sorry.
Is a
Ready.
he's
All
been
right.
be picked by Vladimir's getting
So
picked.
now it's Rhine
Soldier
versus Rhine
now.
Zarya. You have the option of holding closer, and like just like spamming. You can also like play the style where like you just because you have 2 range, and Junkrat does a lot of spam damage. You can also play the option of just like playing this kind of like Ursa, and just like playing the corner, like spamming them as they come in, like giving some space, and then taking the fight on point is fine as well because you're on defense. So either way, the other option is to like hold close and like try to force them in a choke.
I'm fine.
Although that would be a little bit better with like the May Reaper type DPS.
Ooh, that's a huge pick right off the bat, but Dan will equalize the chance.
So you guys catch them and spam on the way in.
Again, was that a soldier?
Let's switch
No,
that again,
no,
actually.
no, no.
So just spam damage. The orb goes in, the fire strike. They lose 1, but then oh, this is Junkrat. Just like everything you can shoot from here, you can shoot from here because it's a straight line, right? Like or like if you want to like get that angle, like play further back and maybe like this corner or something. Like just like there's no reason to be here. This just lets them run at you and kill you. Play behind shield or play cover. Don't be too greedy. Or like if you as soon as you see them out the door, you need to mine backward. But obviously it'd be better to play back here and like have be able to chuck 2 mines in, right? So just don't do this.
Ooh, that's a huge pick right off the bat.
Okay, you did mine out. Orange took some damage.
A little bit will charge, only a little bit ahead of everybody else though.
Not sure from what.
Again, was that a soldier? No.
All right here. I mean, you're behind tanks.
I'm fine.
Oh, the McCree just landed nice shots. I mean, yeah, that's just unlucky. And then I think the fire strike.
Ooh, that's a huge pick right off
Yeah,
the
that's
bat,
just unlucky.
but Dan will equalize the chance. It's added again.
You're up 1.
Will fall. There's a
They sped out. And I guess because they have a Reaper, like them, like when you're like close brawling, they kind of had an advantage. And you lost them more.
pin! He's just going.
So it's a little bit disadvantaged here, but I think you guys managed to win this one.
Right now. They're gonna be healed up as Kazme gets
A little bit of target focus.
Look at a third of this fight. Nova falling.
But yeah, like nice swings, like you guys recovered. So
I
I guess it was kind of even fight. Moira didn't get much healing in
Yes, but they
for whatever
are
reason.
up
She's kind of
numbers-wise,
far out of
and
the
they do
fight.
have the closer spawn. So
Look
that can
out.
put them at a big
Amp speed will come in from.
do
Okay, so
have
let's see this again.
Lucio
So now you know that they have the they have the Reaper and you have the Junk, so you do want to play a little bit like distance, because the way that he gets value is like being in the fight, like having the teams like on top of each other, and this gets value like by spamming.
feedback the enemy team though. So
So yeah, this is
I
good.
think
You're
it'll
holding
end up
far
being
back.
probably even again once they actually regroup and go in.
Yeah.
Again, too far forward. You can be on the off angle, but like play behind the truck or something, then you're like an easy mine jump away. Or just play behind your tanks and spam through shield. Because they're walking forward with a Rhine. Like there's not that much more you get from here than from being here. And like or like playing behind the car, you kind of have that same angle behind the past the Rhine shield once they move up here. Here, let's back up a little bit.
They do have a Lucio able to speed back the enemy team.
Yeah,
though.
so just be
So
lobbing
I think it'll end up
mine
being
grenades in
probably
here.
even
I think you're off here over
again,
here
once
right
they
now.
actually regroup and go in.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you walked forward to get the angle through the bridge. Be back here and take the angle. You can lob over the bridge if you want to hit long range shots, or you can lob. And I think grenades get 2 bounces now. You can like just shoot like aim your crosshair like a little bit above or below the archway and like just try to bounce things through. The mines like they bounce less now, but the grenades still bounce. So you can still get that spam in. Just playing further back.
Yeah. Amp speed will come in from Helix right now. The Junkrat spam is very strong though.
I don't hate it, but because you guys kind of have like shield damage advantage, you can like spam down their shield and like get the shatter through shield breaking. You don't have to try to go for this. And I guess if you are gonna go for this, maybe like try to call for a speed. So they sped in, so they don't have speed anymore to back out. If you call a speed and you speed through them and shatter, then like I don't know, that's an option to make a play. This is like if he fire strikes or if he is going for swings, then you can kind of like try to reaction shatter that, but he still has the chance to react and block. So it's kind of like it's more of a guess than a play. Like sometimes it'll work, but it's like you're leaving it up to chance.
And there's the shatter. It's not going to find much though, as Dan has his coming up very soon.
I don't know if this was called out, but make sure to call that out and have people turn. When you're cutting back, you do want to cut back to a corner, so maybe this corner or this corner, but try to like have someone call out the which way to go and like rotate there together.
Actually regroup and go in.
Yeah, this amp speed will come in from Helix right now. Junkrat's spam is very strong, and there's the shatter.
You could, I don't know. I feel like you could maybe just like hold this corner hard as well. I guess it's a little risky because you don't know where the Reaper is, but I guess if you know he's not here, then you could 6v5. Like this is a 6v5, but I don't know. That's kind of hard to realize mid-fight.
Not gonna find much though.
But you don't like. You guys are pretty healthy still. Like you don't have to give space here necessarily. I guess you do want to take the fight on point, so I guess it's fine. But like this is an option to hold here as well.
As Dan has his
very fine.
There from Magenta coming.
I guess you didn't have flash, but try not to. I don't know. Like try not to kind of roll toward him. I think.
The amp speed will come in from Helix right now. The Junkrat's
try to maintain space.
And there's the shatter. It's not gonna find much though, as Dan has.
And Junk got shot. You should turn as well. Maybe it's like Reaper behind, and then it looks like Helix turned, and Reaper just happened to be in already. I see. So then that was why I rolled back. Okay. I mean, yeah, unlucky. But I don't know where Junk went. I guess he mined out this way, but you're pretty at full health. Or is this? No, this is not Junk. I think Junk went this way, but you're full health. Like, you need to be helping with this.
There from Magenta.
Okay, Moira comes to heal, and you guys are split.
Coming up right now. Dan will be.
Oh, he's so low. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I guess maybe calling out the Reaper a little bit earlier if someone notices, and then being more specific about where he is. They just coalesced, and they had the ults before you guys did, so like
be healed up through this.
It's just kind of hard to, unless you can live through this. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, there's nothing Ryan can really do here. Like, I guess you could like try to kite and play behind cart here. So you guys are backing up. You're backing up. Cole comes out. You do step forward and swing here. Like, because the Cole's out, you need to like play back and do this. I think you probably didn't know that the Reaper is, like everyone else is paying attention to the Reaper. They're not looking forward. So maybe it's some miscommunication here, but like, yeah, this stepping forward and swinging is going to get you killed because now they can just rush you and there's nothing you can do about it. If you're backing up here when the Cole comes out and like play behind the cart, I think you can still shield and maybe cover these people and be like not be taking damage from the Cole. If they really hard commit, they can still kill you, but at least you'll like draw more time and draw more resources to buy your team time to deal with the Reaper and then come back and fight and maybe save you.
Right now.
Where's Moira? I don't
Dan
see
will be
Moira.
now with Junkrat's
Mora is
very strong. And there's the shatter. It's not gonna find much though.
oh, Mora's in here.
As Dan has his
Okay, Mora's rotating back. That's
very,
good.
very soon. Blizzards is there from Magenta coming up.
And then backing up. I see. So she backed up here. Yeah, just being out of the open, like kite back here or kite to this corner. Mora can hear you. It's hard to know where the Mora is, obviously. I don't know if Nova's on speed, but that would help everyone reposition. And like Mora, like, were you low? Maybe you went to grab the mini.
Now speed will come in from Helix right now. The Junkrat's very strong though. And there's the shatter. It's not gonna find much though. As Dan has his coming up very, very soon. Blizzards is there from Magenta coming up.
Yeah, you're safe here. You might be able to heal right
now.
These guys are low. I see. Okay, so that's why you're healing them. Okay. I mean, yeah, just kind of. You guys got a little scattered.
Dan will be healed up through this.
Not really anyone's fault.
Okay, 69% on all that ult. Lexi.
Yeah, Ren could have backed up when the call came out. Everyone's still maybe chasing the Reaper, I guess.
We'll find Batter Up. This is the start they need. There's the shadow that we were looking for. 3K right now. We're a 3-man shadow.
And then I guess like one thing is like well, I guess you guys were playing up and then you retreated, but like the position that their McCree played up here is like really strong for McCree. It gives good angles for Deadeye, and like you're just like really safe. I don't know if there was like time to transition up here. Like, I mean, I don't think there was time to transition up there from like where you guys were before. And with the Junkrat, you do want to kind of play spam, so you do want to kind of play the kite game. So, but I don't know. I guess if there's a way to like get up here or like I don't know, not have like 4 people turn on the Reaper, maybe, or just like dealing with him sooner. That could have maybe turned this around, but I think like they got Cole first, they got Shatter, like
sorry, Felix will be there with
they just happen to get their ults faster.
But Dan will shove Felix into the wall with a shoulder charge, and now the Lucio.
Yeah, and that is it.
Be burnt alive.
All right. So yeah, I guess like I think mostly it's like team comp understanding and like figuring out like, okay, we're playing double shield into their Rein Zarya. What should we do? Especially on Volskaya, I think that's more prevalent. I think you guys played a lot of Rein Zarya here. And then like just kind of understanding like what's the goal of the team comp as a whole, and like how do we play around that versus like what they're having and what their goal is, and like how do we achieve our goal without like minimizing them achieving their goal. But yeah, I don't know. It honestly was like pretty close, and like I think on second on here, like probably swapping off the Pharah or swapping off the Mercy or both earlier would have been better. But like it's like pretty small things. I don't think it's like anything huge. But overall, I thought the positioning and the rotations were pretty good. You did stick together most of the time. It could be a little bit better of like sticking more together and like maybe occasionally focusing targets like a little bit better, but and just like comms and like making sure that when you have a plan, like everyone's on the same page, like pushing up together or like waiting for the team to stack before pushing, and then pushing together and using speed to push. But yeah, I don't know. It was pretty close. There's some things you can do better, but you end up winning the match anyway, so not a big deal.